everyone, Nerdy Nikki here, and today I'm going to be making the weight of all pieces, an evil snowman. So this is going to be evil Frosty Snowman, kind of created in my way, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to have so much fun, and I'm super duper excited to create it. So I'm going to go over the materials on what I'm going to be using so you guys can, if you guys wanted to, follow along, or if you guys want to eventually one day experiment in polymer clay, you guys can let me know and I can somewhat help you out with that. Alrighty, so we are going to be needing some thick wire. So I basically have this wire gauge right here, and you can get this over at the floral side, or you can get it in a big wrapping at Canadian Tire, but depending on how thick your wire is, you gotta be sure. And then you're going to be needing wire tools and all that. The tools that I mainly use, you can get a 3-pack, and I love how like my tools disappear. Okay, there we go. So you can get a needle nose, and also, where is my pliers? Oh gosh. See, when I do a stream, I am never prepared. Like, never. I think it's probably just me in general. Oh, here's my pliers. Hi, pliers. I'm just gonna have to move this mic. Alrighty, so here are some pliers. So like I said, it comes in a 3-pack, and you got your clasps right here. This is a clasp. Then you have a needle nose, and then you have your flat nose, basically. So I mainly use this tool and this tool for anything. So that's pretty much about it. Yes, art. Yes, I'm gonna kidnap someone. No. Basically, wire helps the figurine or any figurine to be sturdier. So we are gonna be using some wire. I have a kind of like a figurine wooden base, and then I have the clay that I'm gonna be using is Super Sculpey, and I love Super Sculpey. We're gonna be painting this too, so this is gonna be a long ass art stream. So I did want to start earlier because, well, it's actually like 11, so we're fine. We're fine. And then I have some little small wooden dowels just in case to make the figurine ultra sturdy. So we're going to have a blast. Everything is going to be hand sculpted, so begin the funness. Yes. Yes. So I'm going to start off with basically basically flattening out a clay piece because I'm going to start working on the base too. And the base is definitely going to be a little bit. I need to make sure that a sturdier base. And this is just adding clay to it. So it's not going to be like, you know, so on and so forth. Alrighty, so I'm just going to take out the clay again if you guys want. This is the clay. Super Sculpey Original Oven Baked Clay. Hey Mad Max, welcome to the stream. I'll try not to be that hyper, okay? Maybe I will just a bit. But other than that. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just like I said, we're going to be working on the base, and I want to do like a flat area. Because this is going to be built up eventually. So I only want to have... I'm going to use the other clay to build it up because it's more softer. But for the details, like the finer details, is going to be basically the good clay. In other words. Thank you. I will have fun. Knowing me, this is going to be a long-ass stream. So, poor you guys. I'm going to have so much fun. For some reason, I had that song stuck in my head. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm going to use the Sculpey Original, and this is starter clay. So, the reason why I got this is because it's very, very, very soft, and just in case, I got this for extra art videos. This was a while ago, but we're going to use it as a base. So, never use this for sculptures. Never use this for sculptures. The reason why for that is because it's very, very, very soft. And your sculptures will get ruined. There you go. Sorry for the noise. Alright. And you're going to see why I don't use it. Hi, Harrison. So this is basically the clay, and that's how soft it is. So it's perfect for kids, but not for sculptures. Just because you get clay at a bulk price doesn't mean it's also good. Just keep that in mind. Welcome back, Harrison. How was your trip? Alright, so this is a bake bond. This is called TLS. And I don't really have that much. So I'm going to have to get more. When I get a chance. Okay. So I'm just slowly starting to add that together. There we go. Like so. And this is just creating a bond with the clay and the wooden plate. Like so. You don't need that much, but you do need a lot. My phone got destroyed, but other than that, I'm fine. How did your phone get destroyed? Did you, like, lean down and say, I can show you the... Oh, okay. And it died. Just casually went in the water. Alright, so I'm just conditioning it just a bit. You don't need that much, which I love this clay only for that. So, I don't have to work with that now. Okay, so I'm just going to take the clay, and I'm just going to very softly kind of put it onto the plate. Now this, I don't have to worry about because it's going to be flattened, and certain areas are going to be bigger than the others. But as long as the wooden plate actually has the clay, then yes. Wow, what an idiot. See, I don't like people like that. Then again, I never really liked people at all, so. Fun, right? Alrighty. I'm actually kind of happy because I get to work on this figurine and kind of like experiment a little bit on how like my version of, I guess, Frosty the Snowman would be. Because my friend Frosty wants me to do a evil snowman, but holding a machine gun, which he will have a machine gun on over him. So he's going to have, like, bullets and all that stuff. But this is going to be, like, tiny details. Like, really, really tiny details. There we go. No, because I don't know if I'll be here for Christmas, Harrison. So I'm a little bit like, I was hemming and hawing, and I was just like, get it over with, you know. It's been a bah-humbug year, to be honest. I'm trying to get in the Christmas spirit because I love Christmas, but it's just, it's there, you know. And just a little snag. That's pretty much it. Okay, whom summoned Daddy Freddy? Since when are you Daddy Freddy? Holy shit. Hey, Scorpios. Hey, Freddy. Hey, GameSlayer 9000, aka Come Slayer. How are you doing? Wow, when I'm like sculpting with white, of course you come. I'm joking, somewhat. But yeah, basically, little snag this year. So, like I said, it just happens. So, if I'm not here on Christmas, you guys will probably know why, because my internet's, but other than that, yeah, it should be entertaining. So that's why I'm going to sit back and I'm going to relax and I'm going to spend time with you guys and have fun, because that's what it's all about. Alrighty, so what I'm doing here, since you guys just came, is basically I am creating the snow. So I know it's all bumpy and everything else, but we're going to start to add texture and all that stuff. Hey, Golden Retro! Welcome! Yes, it's been a while. How are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Did you make a new channel, by the way? You love the polychromos? Nice. Nice. I love the Prismacolors. I did, the reason why I didn't stream is because, like, my mom bombarded me. She's like, oh, I need you to draw, like, a transformer on a wedding album. And I'm just like, yeah, just now tell me? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I was kind of like pissed off about that. So here I am staying up all night doing that. And I would have streamed it, but, you know, I was like kind of in the groove. So yes. Afraid So Nerdy Nikki, this is my revamped channel. It's for 3 weeks this week, my friend. Oh my gosh. Because I was like, what? Wait, what? If you didn't have those videos of yourself, right? I wouldn't have known it that it was you. Like, I'm being honest. Because I'm like, why did he start a new channel? Is something going on? Like, what the hell? But yes, guys, basically Golden Retro is a pretty cool dude. He does a lot of talk streams and all that, and movie discussions, and he just offers his opinions, and it's not just his opinion as well. He also gets one of his friends, which I really, really enjoy hearing other people talk about their own opinions. I forget what the one dude was, but he also loves Korean kind of like horror too, like I did. So we kind of bonded over that in ways. But yes, he's very friendly, so definitely go help him out. Check out his channel, and yes. Definitely give him some love and support. I have a bus. I have a bus. I have a taxi. I don't know. Hey, sports! Just decided to start fresh. That's all, Nikki. I'll be doing those again. Well, I sure hope so, because, like, I missed those. And, like, I didn't know that it was actually you until, like, I saw your actual video. And I'm like, oh, it is you. Okay. Like, I thought YouTube took away your account. Like, I wasn't sure, because I was like, why of all people that happen? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, Nikki, stop it. You know what? Shut up. Shush. It took away your plums. Wait, hold on. There we go. Oh my god. God, I need coffee. I just posted finish art. Ooh, why am I not surprised? Shut up, gangs. Shut up. Don't judge me. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of like softening the background just a bit. And this is like going to be bumpy because like we're going to start to build on this layer right here. And then after, Frosty the Snowman is going to be right here, right in the middle. And basically he's going to have like skulls like embedded into the snowman. And he's going to be holding like a machine gun, and then he's going to have the ammo. And then, yeah. I was thinking about adding like bodies everywhere, but we don't want to go too fancy-dancy, do we? Maybe. Let's see. Yes, decided to include gaming as well. Nerdy Nikki. And had to come to re-support that. Awesome. Oh, well, thank you so much, Golden. I appreciate it. And you know what? You're awesome. I can't wait for you to play video games. Are you going to be playing retro games or just like games in general? Like just any game, really. Finish him. Wait, which one are you going to be doing? Hello, everyone. Greetings from the UK. Merry Christmas. Everyone here included. Yes, I love Christmas, but yeah. Oh, Nikki, you should make a Nash. I want to. I so badly want to make a Nash figurine, but eventually. I really do. Because, like, Nash is, like, you know, my favorite. Okay. They had Crash Team Racing, like, this kind of, like, thing is, like, the gingerbread stuff and all that. Like, Christmas stuff. And then they have an Arctic Nash. I was kind of, like, disappointed. Make my damn snowman, sis. I am making it. I'm, like, smoothing out the clay. I'm having fun. I'm doing the base. Okay? Okay, Frost. Okay, I'm good. Eventually, yes. She still owes me. Yes, I know. Hey, you were on vacation. I didn't know when you were coming, so don't give me that shit. So don't even. How about that? You missed that, Harrison? Alrighty. So I'm just going to make sure that this area is kind of like flattened, because this is where the snowman is going to be. Which means that I can sculpt anywhere but in this area. Well, I love you too, Frosty. You're a great brother. Let's see. Holy crap. I'll be doing live streams of PlayStation 4 when I figure out how I Okay. Oh, holy shit. Calm down, chat. I miss hearing your awesome accent, Nikki. Is Turkey cool, my friend? I have an accent? I've been starting to actually sound UK-er, believe it or not. Like, UK. So, like, you're still here coloring? Nice games, nice. I can't wait to see the process of it. Oh my god. I can't even talk today. But, yeah, like, lots and lots of hearts. Okay. Let's see. Now, oh my god. I made a dirty song about Frosty the Snowman. Well, I made a dirty song too. Hey, AKA James, welcome. Where it was like, yeah. There was a song on YouTube where it was like, licking my, stroking my, sucking my, you know. And the first time 3 years, so here's what you do. Start licking and slurping. My, you know, thing will get firm. Soon you'll be tasting sperm. Yeah. Just, okay, I'm just gonna shut up. But yes, don't judge me. I'm just softening up this. I'm being good, okay? I'm being good. I didn't make up that, but it is a song, so yeah. I don't know if it's still on YouTube because you know how YouTube is. I guess too dirty. No. We got to make sure that this area is secure for the children. No. Let's see. I told you before, Nerdy, you might not think. Well, yeah. Well, okay. So, but over here, well, yeah. I mean, like, I am, like, sometimes, like, I would be, like, with my accent, like, you would think, like, you thought it was American, but it's actually Canadian. And sometimes we don't even know that we have accents. But then, all of a sudden, I would be Canadian, and then I do a 360, and I don't even know, and I start talking UK-ish. And I'm like, wait, what? And then, like, all of a sudden, I'll just start calling my money, like, pounds or, like, freaking pence. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to make a cuppa. And it's just, yeah, small, simple things like that. Yeah, Nick is pretty good. Christmas will never die. Christmas spirits within us never dies, too. That is very true. That is very true. Yes, I'm a Canadian. I'm actually, like, American and Canadian, so... Alright, so what I'm doing is, again, still softening this, but I want to keep a little bit of the rough edges. So we're going to have Frosty the Snowman right here. Just like right here. So I'm going to start building up on him. But in the meantime, I just got to do this. There you go. Hey, Shane! So, yeah, so when I was born, the hospital was on actually the, it's kind of like we have a border where it's like, if you cross the bridge, it's in the American side, and it, like, the hospital was right on top of my dad's dual citizen, too, so that's, I'm American and Canadian. Sis, tell people, I'm making Frosty the Snowman for Nicolotopus. Because Nick asked me to. Because Nick is like, bitch, you better. And I was like, okay. Like, I want it to be like, his base has to be like really, really big. So I'm going to see if I can kind of like build around this part because I want it to be like large. Because I want it to be like a nice dome right here. And then I'm going to build upon that. So I'm just going to take some tinfoil. Because tinfoil is like our best friend. Yes. Yes. Frosty the Snowman was a song. Frosty the Snowman, something, 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 something. I don't know the lyrics, but I know the tune of the song. Running around. You missed me? Well, I'm glad. I missed you guys. You guys are awesome. Ah, fuck. Well, Nick, you know that. Alright, so what I'm doing is this tinfoil basically creates like a bond where I can stick the clay on top of it. And adding tinfoil helps to even out the clay, like when it starts to bake. So this way I will have like not uneven parts. So what I'm doing right here is I'm adding the bake bond. And the bake bond actually helps the clay stick with other clay and just kind of like reinforces it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see. You done X-rated. Wait, yes. Connor, okay, I'm going to just say this now. The reason why Connor, aka Scorpio, and I are really good friends is because our humor. He has dirty humor like me. So don't think Connor's all fucking innocent and shit. Because he ain't. He ain't. Because if he's thinking it, I'll say it. Or vice versa. If I'm thinking it, he'll say it. And he knows what I'm talking about. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start building up. So this is a perfect base. And yeah, there we go. Because I want it to be like the bodies, and then there's going to be like a skull right here, and then there's going to be like a child in here, and then he's just going to be holding up like, it's going to be like really hectic but awesome. I'm thinking about the figurine to be like this big, like really, really big. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm just actually conditioning the clay. Like so. And this is just going to be a layer, like a very, very thin layer. The reason why for that is because eventually we're just going to start building up. Alright. Just want to make sure. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. So that's perfect. We just have to build it a little more up. So, alright, Connor, didn't realize you made up adult themes. Golden Retro's like, yeah. Connor, I think I've changed. I think you've changed my impression of you, Connor. I'm not sure about you now. I'm not sure. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There you go. Alright. Not again. Alrighty. So this is definitely going to be a bit because it's going to be two parts. So the only thing that I can work on right now is actually the base and this bottom half. I know, like, why am I talking about this? Because I know you guys are just like, ugh. Well, Nikki, we don't care. We just came here to see your art and just to have a laugh and just to talk. I realize that. You guys don't want to talk to me. You guys are bitches. I take it you're going to paint the snowman? Yes. I'm going to paint it and, well, I was going to sand it down depending on which parts, but not too much. The reason why for that is because Frosty the Snowman is going to be, like, full of texture. And the texturing is, yeah, it's going to be hectic. There's also going to be, like, blood stains on it and everything else, too, because it is an evil snowman. So I figured I can compare because Frosty wanted basically a machine gun on top of it. So I figured make him an evil snowman. And I can kind of do my gore. So I thought that would be kind of, like, awesome. So do a gory snowman and then kind of do, like, an evil children one and then have, like, what I want, like, with blood and all that. So it's going to take a while, but you know what? I got, like, all the time in the world right now. For right now. But if the internet goes out, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know when. It's possible today or tomorrow. So I'm not sure if it goes out. I'm sorry. I will stop making this. And I'll just, like, yeah. I'll make it when I come back. Let's see. I'm evil because, yeah, you are not evil. You're just a buddy. You're a friend. I like you. Okay, you know what? I like evil stuff, okay? I love, like I said, remember when I first went into your stream, I said that I definitely love horror. And I like, with my work, I like cartoony stuff, don't get me wrong. But when I'm sitting here and I actually get to sculpt evil shit, like, I mean, horror shit, I freaking love it. Not horror, okay, Scorpio, because I know what you're going to say. Did she just say horror? No, I said horror. I almost said horror. Yeah. I don't know. Knowing Frosty, he's going to be like, yo, yeah. You're sending it down to me. The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Grab your dicks, unzip your flies for porn, porn, porn. Let's see. I love pizza, but not that. Sorry, excuse me. Oh my god. Ugh, my nose. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is at the bottom, I'm just going to start to work in the clay. And we're just going to smooth it out because we do have to build it up. But the sides are fatter and then we're going to have to like form it just a bit over here. Just kind of like smooth it. So we're building layers upon layers. And then I get to put this aside because eventually what I have to do is the second part is actually going to be where a lot of the details are. So this has to be a strong base and then so on and so forth. So like I said, it's roughly going to be about, I would say, 6 or 7. So let's see. Why is that Canadian sounds American accent? Why does that always interest me? I don't know. I don't know. So, Mother of God, bless you through a mighty sneeze. Shush. He's gonna be a thick boy. Yeah, he's gonna be a thick boy. Pretty much, Nick. Alright. There we go. My hands touching all over the snowman right now. Just don't mind me. Okay. So now that we got that covered, now I'm just going to condition more here and start building it up. So, did you lose your carrot from reindeer? No. You know how he lost it? He was in a fight, a brawl with himself, and he thought it was like a mirror. Like, it was a mirror image of himself, and he saw, like, it. He thought it was another snowman. And then he bashed his head against, like, you know, the mirror. It's like, oh, he's gone. Yes. But then, like, that's how his, yeah, his carrot became curved. Curved. Oh, my God. Nikki, you need coffee. Okay. I'm good. I can't talk today. Just don't judge me. Shush. Alright, so this is still the first part. Yeah, this is definitely adding a lot of TLS. But, hey, we want this figurine to be very secure. And we are definitely going to make this with love and pride. Consume the coffee. Well, it's not coffee, but yeah. Yeah. Sad face. I wish it was. I've been off a coffee craving for like, I think 3-4 days? Maybe that's why I'm a little bit hyper and just fucked up. Because, Nikki, you're not you when you don't have your coffee. And it's so true. Okay, Nick, now I know you're just trying to piss me off. I'm like too hyper. There we go. So I'm just trying to like build right on top of this. Because like I said, we want this to actually take shape and form. There we go. All right, so the bottom is basically just going to be a lot of the white clay. And then afterwards, it's going to start forming into the good clay because those are going to be where the details are. Hi, nobody! You don't like them. You love Daddy! As in the house, Dr. Love Daddy. Let's see. Better piss off than piss on. Unless you're into that kind of stuff. It's called the golden shower. Oh, wait. I shouldn't have said that. See? Scorpio. Oh, fudge. Scorpio. I'm not even. I'm not even. Just, oh, gosh. Oh shit, someone has my stream up. Oh, he has me muted. Good. I'm kidding. See what I mean? Let's see. At least you don't know what Frigid Pop is. I know what a Frigid Pop is. Yeah, you know why? Because, yes. Because that's the way. Thank you, by the way. I'm touching the clay right now, and you guys are just like, okay, we gotta do this. So, yes, for you guys that just came in, I'm making the evil Frosty Snowman. There we go. Okay, so we're just building up a little bit of volume, especially where all the details are going to be. So, oh, Merry Christmas to you, my favorite connect. I'm doing good. Merry Christmas to everyone. You guys are amazing, and I love you very, very much. You guys are awesome. I love Christmas. Christmas is like one of my favorite holidays. And Easter. I do believe in the Easter Bunny, so shut up. I'm very gullible. Don't judge me. Well, yeah. Well, like, I'm glad you're here. Same with nobody and everyone else. You know that. Even if you guys just, like, tell me over Discord and it's like, hey, Merry Christmas. Sorry for the late thing, And I wanted to do, like, a late Christmas kind of, like, stream, so, yes. You guys have something to watch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She loves eggs. Yes, kill it before it lays eggs. And nobody at all. It's Cool Cats. See, well, nobody is Cool Cats. Nobody's awesome. He could do, like, a Wookiee sound, that's why. Credited. I'm dead sexy. Oh, God, I sounded like Fat Bastard for a moment. Okay, Nikki, calm down. Calm down. Okay, so right here is going to be, like, where the skull is going to be. So I could just peel off this clay right here. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I love the religious folks who hate the Halloween. See, I like Halloween, but it's kind of like, how do I put this? It's not what it's like over here. That's why. Like, I like horror stuff, and, like, you would think that, like, Halloween, you get to sit back and relax and not everything else. And, like, with pagans and all that, it's pretty interesting. But I like it, too, because you also learn different cultures. But on top of that as well, I like it, like, watching horror movies. And this year, they didn't even actually have, like, Jason or anything else. So I was, like, kind of pissed off. So I was just kind of, like, pissed off about that because, like, it's the same thing with Christmas. Like, did you guys hear, like, there was a whole fiasco about, like, Netflix deleting the Grinch, like, removing the Grinch off of Netflix? And then people were just like outraged about it. So I'm going to make sure that there's a big, huge spot right here. The reason why is because I'm going to start building that up. But I'm going to have a skull right here. Yeah, I have Christmas. I have Christmas with these magical hands, don't I? Christmas is awesome. I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I love Halloween. I love Thanksgiving because of the food. Because I'm a fat ass and I like food. I love candy canes. I freaking love candy canes. Like, you will see me with always a candy can in my hand if there's a candy cane on the trees. Actually, true story. When I was little, my mom always had this tradition where we always put candy canes on the Christmas tree. But it got to the point where my mom had to stock up on the freaking candy canes. So she had to put them up on the Christmas tree, like, further when I was little. So there was one candy cane left on the tippy top of the Christmas tree. Now, grant you, little Nikki was 4 years old. And Nikki was determined to get the last candy cane. So what does she do? She hoists on the freaking tree. Like, this is Nikki. And she's climbing this tree. And this tree just tips over. Now, this ain't no freaking artificial tree. This is a real tree. The tree falls over. And like, help, help, help. So everyone comes running and everything else, and they lit the Christmas tree off of me. I was like, I got it! I got the last candy cane! And of all things, that's what I say. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I love Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy is good. I love Laffy Taffy. But yes, that was me. Like, no fucks given. Alrighty, so I'm just making random gollops of clay everywhere because I'm going to start building this up eventually. So you guys are going to be able to see this. I'm going to take a moment and show you guys what I'm doing so this way you can see the other half. Well, that's where I'm from, is actually Love Daddy. I'm from Windsor, Ontario. So... Hey, if it was coffee, I think, like, maybe next year I will create my own Christmas tree full of coffee stuff. How about that? Yes, I am completely crazy. I am psychotic. But I don't mind. Because you know what? The crazier, the better, okay? Not because of sex, Scorpio, but because you are awesome. The important thing is you got the last candy cane. Yes. The important thing is, the moral of the story is, I got the last candy cane, and I am very happy. That's pretty much it. I am happy. Alrighty. There you go. Yeah, I'm thinking about actually doing a coffee tree, where, like, I make homemade Christmas ornaments, everything that has to do with coffee. Would you guys like to see that? Like, every single day, I'll do, like, an ornament. Like, so I'll be going outside and, like, you know, going to coffee shops and just finding what speaks to me. Like, it could be a coffee cup or a clean coffee cup, wash it out, and just have some fun. Or coffee art or something. And my whole tree will just be nothing but coffee. Hey, Brother Dom, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Like, I've been to Detroit too, because of, like, the Sick Kids Hospital. And, I've also been to London and all that. I am not high again. I swear. Yes, the Tim Hortons, the Boston. Well, over here, you know what they do with the Boston creams? It's called they're fucking cheap. So what they do is they add a little bit of cream, like barely anything, and it's like in the middle. So when you bite into it, you're eating mostly pastry donut, and then you have a little smidge, like a little tease of that cream, and then it's like, oh, it's done. It's like, okay. Or sometimes they're too friggin' lazy, and you get a donut, and when you're about to bite into it, guess what? There's no cream in it, bitches. A final space tree would be cool. with mooncake as the topper. You know what? That would be awesome. That would be freaking amazing. I actually have a small baby Christmas tree. So that is interesting. I actually should do something like that. You're giving me an idea, Brett. You're giving me an idea. Nikki loves ideas. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing right now. So right here, as you can see, is basically the snowman part. So this is the base part. The reason why it is with white clay is because I'm not worrying about it too much, because this is going to be surrounded by a lot of details and all that. The reason why there is a space right here is because there's going to be a skull. And the skull is going to be using the good clay, which is this stuff right here. So basically, I have all this clay to make basically the second and third layer in the details. Now the details of the teeth and all that, I'm going to have to use the actual clay, and you're going to hear the oven going a lot because I have to pre-bake them. And then I have to do a whole bunch of details, and then I have to paint it. The painting is definitely going to take a long ass time because I'm going to have to do it within layers and layers and layers. But just so you guys know. So yeah, I hear all over loud and take a bite, I guess. So and tell his mom. Well, I was mad because, okay, here, like, my sprinkled donuts. Okay, so I go to, like, Tim Hortons, and this was, like, I think 2 months ago, maybe a month ago. And I was like, yeah, I like a sprinkled donut. You know, the normal donuts, okay, and then they have the colorful sprinkles, you know what I mean? Okay, I like them. It brings back memories. Nick? I am craving coffee right now. I am on a coffee strike, and I need coffee. Well, not a strike, but I need coffee. Okay. None of us can afford coffee. Especially Nikki's habit. So calm your tits. Nikki needs coffee. Yes. But anyways, yes. Now you got me thinking coffee of the goldy gooiness. But yeah, I asked for a sprinkled donut, and what happened was the lady gives me this colorful fucking colored, like, pink with, like, I guess limey kind of green sprinkles and, like, freaking fuchsia orange. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's lies! It ain't a sparkle donut! So yes. I'll growl at you. Thank you, by the way, Retro. I appreciate it. It's definitely going to take a while because, like, usually my sculptures do take, like, hours on end. But I figured since it'll be last time, why not, right? So if I'm here for, like, hours on end, don't complain. Because do you know why? Because I love you guys. Okay. So expect probably an 8-hour stream. Just saying. Lies! Lies, I tell you. It's all been a pack of lies. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just have to do a little bit more building up. But I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to start to actually work on the whole of everything. So I have to kind of like piece together what I'm going to do. So let's see. The political characters. Don't blame your... Go bonkers. Pretty much, Love Daddy. Pretty much. Wake me up when it's done. Wake me up inside! Wake me up inside! Do you want me to do that? Hey, I wanted to do a 24-hour art stream. But you guys are not up for it. You guys don't love me enough. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build this up here because it is going to be like, I mean, we're talking about huge. So I'm just going to try to condition this. Like I said, we're going big. Go big or go. Oh, God. And then that's when, like, freaking nobody comes out of the shadows and he's like, it's not about the size, it's how you use it. No pun intended, nobody. Just saying. Just. Oh, God. That's sad when you're talking to yourself because you know how your viewers are. Thank you, Ink. I appreciate it. Oh, God. I'm already going to scare off people. Alright, so I like how the size is right here and then the snowman. No, 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 no. You Italian? No, maybe. Well, my mom is. She knows how to speak Italian because she was adopted by an Italian family. So, yeah. But, yeah, she knows that she was actually Italian. So, she is Italian. She is freaking a little bit of UK, but she's like from, like, she's Scottish. And she is a little bit British because of her family, like her actual family, like her dad. And then after, on my dad's side, like she's other things too, like French and all that, and Irish. On my dad's side, I'm actually Scandinavian, Viking, and German, and Swiss a little bit. But that's because of that. But he is actually German, so shit. But here, I don't speak no German. Yeah. E.T. found home. Let's see. I had a girlfriend. Her boyfriend had 13 inches. She was like, yeah, it's like a roller coaster. You know? Why was she complaining, though? Damn! Damn! Most girls are like, I want it. And then when they get what they want, it's like, no, I don't want it anymore. It's like, okay. What do you want? Like, literally. Oh, God. I'm not even going to comment. There you go. Okay. So, I got to make sure, like, this is pretty decent. Because I may have to build up on top of this. Let's see, not me. By the way, closest I got to was 12 inches when I took her to the subway. Yes! Yes! $5 foot long! Even though they're not $5. It's all lies. It's all lies! Seriously, it ain't fucking $5. It's like fucking $11. You bitches. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to like build it up just a bit. Look at that pee-pee. Yes, that pee-pee is big, isn't it? Only you would like that. Only you would. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to start to actually build upon this. Because I'm actually going to use... I was thinking about using my oven for this. So this way I could do a full-on 3D sculpture. How does that sound, you guys? You know what? Shut up. Don't judge me. Okay. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to start to actually sculpt in ways. If my hands are full of white stuff, I swear it's because of the TLS. Okay? Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. I like the wooden dowels because I could sit there and actually kind of like add this and kind of like use your tools. One thing that I wanted to get was actually like new clay tools because like mine are broken. But You start to use things around here when you know, like, you can just get away with it. Just the tip. Yes, you can see the tip there. So, yes, that's why my hands has... Oh, God. Freddy, your hands always have white stuff. You know that. Dom, I said your accent sounded posh. I was talking with Jamalotopus, and I was like, holy shit, he sounds more posh because, like, the difference between you, because he was talking about the different UKers with the Mechams and all that stuff. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, and we went into this, and then I was like, you know what? He actually, his accent's more, like, very distinctive, like, posh because of your accents. You're like, hold him, whatever. And, like, the way that Jamie speaks too, like, you can actually hear that, but sometimes it's like, okay, wait, I have to, like, kind of go back so I can listen to your accents. So, yeah, we won't elaborate. Oh, I was watching Hellboy, and I fucking love Hellboy. Oh my god. But I haven't watched the actual new version of the Hellboy, so I'm kind of, like, scared because a lot of people said that it wasn't really good at all. So, this chat. I know, right? Hey. It's always in my chat. You should know that by now. That just everything gets really fucked up. You should know that by now. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I did the base, so I'm going to start adding more to it. Now this is what I love about it because once I start to actually add more of his muscles and all that, and I'm just going to, like, actually sculpt, and then we're going to go into the details because we are going to use aluminum foil. Hey, Dietrix! So it does suck then. Okay. Pretty much. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm just going to actually put some white stuff over the stick. No pun intended, okay? Just, never mind. Shut up, you guys. That's all I'm going to say. Just shut up. Don't say anything. Yeah, probably. Hey. What? My sculptures may look weird, but then after when they come out of the oven and they're done, it's like boom. They're like magic. What a feeling. Please remain. I can have it all 'cause I'm dancing for my night. There you go. Alright, so this is definitely going to take a while. There we go. Alrighty. So now that I got that part down packed, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, like, white clay. Hey, Otaku! Make it happen. Make it happen. I got Flashdance stuck in my head. I was watching Flashdance and my mom's like, she's looking at me and she's like, oh, I love this. What is this Dirty Dance? I was like, no, this is Flashdance. Flashdance. And she's like, oh, what is this about? And I literally had to tell her, I'm like, Mom, really? Really? And she says this is her favorite freaking film. It's like, you know, it's pretty sad when your daughter knows all the old movies compared to you. And she's like, oh, that's because you got it from me. It's like, no. So, yeah. That was a moment. For a moment like this. Thank you, Otaku. I appreciate it. Alright, so now I'm just actually making it more secure because we're going to start building up. So when you stream horror games, Neri? I won't be able to, Dietrich, because of a financial state right now. So this is probably going to be my last stream because I don't know if it goes off today or tomorrow. So that's the only thing. So it was paying a roof over your head or internet. And I'm sorry, but, you know, it's fucking cold over here. So, life happens, and yes. But bear with me, but when I do come back, I will stream a horror movie. Or a horror movie. A horror game. I might play Outlast. Because I haven't played it on my channel. And I know you guys probably would love to see me play Outlast. I just have to, like, build this up just a bit. Alrighty. There we go. Oh, you like what you're seeing? You like what you're seeing? Of course you do. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building the muscles because he is going to have muscles, but they're going to have veins and all that stuff. No! Brother Bear. No. You know that. Anyways, so I'm going to be doing the muscles, and what happens is I want to do them very veiny too. Like, not that way, you guys, but like, I want the snowman to actually be kind of like realistic and have a lot of texture, and I want it to actually have like moss around it. It's going to be really horrifying, and that is why I want to do this, because I am very excited, and I want to use up some of my art supplies that I have. Because it's like, I'm trying to like do things that kind of like whenever I have something in mind, I'm going to just do it. Just have fun with it. You know what I mean? And just do it. Because I don't want to sit there and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to limit myself. I just want to do it. Because I want to. So I just kind of have to build this up because this is going to be like the actual texture and all that stuff. There we go. Okay. So that should be good for right now until I start adding a little bit more. Yeah, so all around here is actually going to be like, okay, so I'll just explain this a little bit. So for my vision, I have basically, there's going to be a skull, and then there's going to be like a kid's body, like limbs. And then over here it's going to be like little skulls, blood everywhere. And then over near this part is going to be like moss around it. Because it's like he's freshly out of there. Like he's literally dead. Okay. And he murders freaking people. And there's going to be like moss and everything all over him. So it's not your typical white snowman. This is like literally a bloody fucking snowman. And then he's going to have like literally his machine gun and everything else and his ammo here. And then he's going to have his like actual hands that are going to be pointing out. He's going to have blade on his hands too. So I really want to go all out on this figurine, but I know it's going to take a freaking while. Like this is literally going to take a while. So I can't wait for that. Go. I know a lot of people are like, wait, what? You're gonna do that? Poor Frosty. No. Or it could be like, you know, the cranks. Free Frosty, free Frosty. You don't want to free this Frosty because he'll murder your ass. I don't know. I always had like an impression of like Frosty the Snowman, but evil, because I like evil things. Like I love gory things, and that's just me. Like, I don't like the chickadee stuff, okay? Except for, like, kawaii stuff. But, yeah, I like my horror stuff. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just conditioning this beige clay. I freaking love it. Yes. You're going to love it when it really starts to come together. And it's just going to be, yeah. Like, it's going to be a while. I'm going to be honest, Nick. Like, this stream might be 8 hours. But you get to come back anytime and you get to look over it. So Okay. So I kind of want him like, kind of like leaning forward just a bit. There you go. And then he's going to have his limbs like right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we made perfect. And then his hat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. There we go. Oh, yes. Perfect. Perfect. And we're going to do that. Let me see. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to start kind of like adding a little more details here and there. Because this part is just a little bit like kind of like wonky-ish, and I don't like that. Alright, there we go. Because again, it's all about volume and definition, and he's a snowman. Keep that in mind. Alright. I love this. LOL, I'm even learning something. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, Frosty, like, you know, my art streams teaches people how to do things. It may be a little bit joking humor or dirty humor, but most of the time you can also learn a lot of things too. Like, if you have like questions, feel free to ask. You know that, right? You know you can ask me anything. Well, just related to art and stuff, you know that. Like when it comes to certain things like that. There we go. Or art-related questions. There we go. There we go. Now we're actually properly speaking some English. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Oh, gosh, Nikki. Sometimes I wonder about yourself. Yes, I wonder about me all the time. But you don't see me complaining. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to kind of like sculpt the face right here and here. Now, the face is like, well, I'm not kind of like sculpting the face yet. I'm kind of like building up on the face, I should say. That's the proper term. So I'm just building up on the face little by little here and there. And then I'm going to start building up a lot on the face, like when it comes to like the actual details itself. But for right now, I'm just making sure that he actually has more definition that speaks to him, like some ridges here and there, some muscles, because we actually have to do the veins. And the veins are definitely going to take a while because I want him to like, don't look like your average snowman. Like I want there to be like a lot of texture, and I want it to actually like look like he's a popping veins because he's a fucking murderous snowman. He ain't no freaking Frosty the Snowman. So almost done. Just gonna add to it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it, games. I seriously can't wait. I'm super duper excited. There you go. So I'm just gonna put some more volume right here. Like so. And this is where like the arms are going to go. There we go. Just indent right there. Just a bit. There we go. So Jack Frost scared the shit out of me. Jack Frost scared the shit out of you? Are you talking about like the creepiest Snowman ever? You mean so? Well, I like the original Jack Frost. You know what the singer is? That the one you're talking about? Because there's like, if you guys haven't seen Krampus, Krampus actually does a really great killer snowman too. Like at first it looks like your average snowman, but it's like a little pumpkin. And you're like, what the fuck? Why is there a pumpkin there? Then they have like killer gingerbread mans and all that stuff too, which I'm going to be doing next. So it's going to be interesting. Like I can't wait. Yeah, like I love Krampus. Krampus is actually like a pretty good interpretation of like, you know, Santa Claus's bad side technically. and like the old folk. Like it has a history and like old myths, which is pretty interesting. And that's why I love that movie. Like yeah, it is shit. I will say that. Like don't expect a lot from this movie like to be like a blast, but to be honest, I liked it. The reason why is because it was your different intake on Christmas. That's why I liked it. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just like shaping his face. Just a bit. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, alright, alright. Well, that's the thing. Like, I liked it because it was your spin off. Like, I guess maybe I was so sick and tired of actually seeing, like, an interpretation of a Christmas movie or a family movie. Like, I don't mind that. Keep in mind. Like, I love the old fashioned, like, the cranks and all that shit. But I wanted something that had something to do with horror and myths and everything else. And that, there could be some great ones. Don't get me wrong, because there's, like, two Krampus movies. But keep in mind, too, I did actually like it. I did. Hey, Purple Haze! I'm doing good. How are you doing, buddy? But I did enjoy Krampus. I mean, that's just me, though, because it was, like, a breath of fresh air. Like, obviously they could have worked on it a lot more better. Let's be honest here. But you know what? For what it was interesting. All good in the hood. Really? Really? All good in the hood? There we go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put skewers right here. So this way I can build up on it. Alrighty. So we're just going to put that right there. Now I'm just going to actually start to build upon that and just take this off. There we go. Alrighty. And now I'm going to take this one here. I'll get a longer one. There we go. I'm just going to puncture this right into his arm slots. And just break it down. Alright, so now I'm just going to take these out. And I'm just going to add a little bit of my TLS. Yes, right now, Purple Haze, I'm making Frosty the Snowman, but it's like a horror version. So feel free to enjoy. There we go. Usually my streams are like 8 hours or longer. I mean, I could do a video, but I like interacting with like my peers. I like interacting with my subscribers. So that's the whole reason why I do these long art streams, is because I get to sit back and relax. You guys get to see the whole process of everything. And I also get to build a connection. Alrighty. So I'm just going to add a little bit of clay here and there. There we go. There we go. Now I'm just going to start to make sure that it is sturdy. There we go. Let's bring that out just a bit more. There we go. All right. So this is what we have so far. I know it's looking weird and you're just like, what the hell is this? But yes, trust me, it is going to get better. But that's what we have so far. I'm trying not to hurt the snowman. I promise I'll bake him more with love. I'll be good to him. I will. I promise. Alrighty. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him aside just for a bit. And we are going to actually start working on the skull. Well, actually, I did a resin. Oh my god. Yes. I did a skull a long time ago. Okay. Okay. So, you guys probably are wondering what I'm thinking about. But I did these resin skulls. And I was actually thinking about using them. If I can find one. So, this resin skull that I did, basically, like, I know it's going to be weird, but I did it like a horror skull. And I was actually thinking about implementing it to one of my art pieces when I was finished. But I just didn't know which art piece. And I think it's actually going to be a little bit better on this one. Oh my gosh. See, I love how I can't find nothing when it comes to like my area, because like an artist's table is never freaking clean. I can tell you that for a fact. Like, it's always going to be freaking dirty. Always. There's going to be dirt here, dirt there, dirt everywhere, where. Everything is never clean. That's all I gotta say. And I thought I had a skull here, because I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? Yeah. But I could just use another one. So I have a couple ones, but I didn't do like a really good in-depth skull. That's the thing. And it took so long to do, but I have the other ones, but that's okay. But this one was actually like a horrifying skull. But you know what? This might actually work. There we go. Alrighty. So these are the Cabotrons that I made. So I basically sculpted them, and then I basically made a mold. And then I used resin. Resin is very durable. I love resin. It's like rock hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add this into it. And this is going to come popping out. So I'm going to build up on it. But we're going to select which one because, okay, we're going to do this one. There we go. Pretty much. Hey, Chaotic. Well, I'll just call you Matt because, you know, it's very simple. Hey, Matt. How are you doing? Ew, it's Nerdy Nikki. Shush. Yes, it is Nerdy Nikki. Deal with it. I'm kidding. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's not you. It's wow. You know what? I might actually kind of like... You know what? I'm actually just going to sculpt it because, you know what? That's going to be better. But at the same time, I'm going to actually put this in the piece. So it's like a skull fracture. Yeah, I'm going to add that. Okay. So this piece, like, I'm going to actually sculpt the skull, but I'm going to add the pieces of different skulls in here. There we go. What's that? Oh, he's just trolling. It's okay, Nick. It's because I was on his channel and I was being a bitch to him. You know how I am, Nick. So he's coming in and he's just basically being a little turd too. But, you know, he doesn't know that it doesn't bother me because I'm used to it, so. But yes, what is that? It's your face. It's your face. I'm sculpting your face, so I'm making it a lot better. He's like, oh, really? You're gonna be a little bitch to me, eh? Yeah. How you like them apples, bitch? He's like, fuck you, Nikki. Fuck you. Oh, shit. Yeah. I'll eat his heart out, boys. Hands off the merchandise. Girl power, wake me up. You have anger issues? Have you met me? You should know that, brother. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to sculpt the skull. Now, this skull is going to be huge because... That's what she said. It's going to be, like, large. But at the same time, I want it to actually be not realistic, but just semi-realistic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's going to be like that. And then I'm going to actually start doing the details here and there. So I'm just making sure that you guys can see it. Okay. So we're going to put this off to the side, but I'm going to show you what I did. So I just added a skull and all that. So this is what it looks like so far. I bully you because of love. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, you get to see, not boobies, but at least you get to see a little bit. Yeah, okay. So don't mind. I'm trying to. Please don't break. There we go. And we just gotta put this up. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna move this off to the side. And of course, everything's like all messy, so don't mind me. La 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 la. There we go. So now you guys can actually see, right? Yeah. I know it's. You know what? Once I get everything all organized, okay, and I get a new webcam and shit like that. But this is in due time. You'll have a great view when you're looking at me and you're looking at the sculpture. That's all I gotta say. Okay? Okay, good. We're golden. But I'm gonna have to use this as a reference because I have to like make sure. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to start sculpting the actual head itself. Yes. Your face looks so much better when I sculpt it. There you go. Okay. So I'm just going to take my tools, and now I'm just going to start adding some details. Wookie! I'm doing good. How are you, Wookie? Yeah, I'm going to be like that. How you doing, brusky? Come fight me. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. No, wait, that's a sexy sax sound. Dang! Alrighty. Yes, he is the Wookiee. But yes. I have to make my subscriber sound with his, like, nobody's Wookiee sound. Where he's like, I can't do it. You know what I mean. He does a lot better job of Wookiee impression. Okay, you know what? I'm done speaking. You're gonna deal with quiet. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, I can't talk today. Never, ever let a coffee addict ever give up coffee. Or at least last a couple days without coffee. It's not giving up. It's just, you know. Hey. I'm like... You know what? I'm like... Well, I'm not 6. I'm like 5'8". Yeah, they'll be like, come holla at you. I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know how it is, Wookie. You know how it is. Alright, so right now, I'm just like trying to get into making the actual skull shape. And it is going to take a little bit, but you know what? I don't mind it because, yeah, I'm taking my time with this. This is going to be a perfectionist. This is going to be the holy grail of all sculptures. This is going to be made with love. Lots and lots and lots of goodness. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm scaring people. I get it. Yeah. Why is the chat frozen on my end? Oh my god, I hate having to refresh the chat. Did you guys realize, like, whenever you're on the live studio and you have to sit there and refresh it all the time, and then it sits there and then all these chats come up? Did you guys ever get that, or is it just me? Because I'm like sitting here and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying... Ooh, shit. My thing's going off like crazy. It's always me, isn't it? Oh, well, thanks, Matt. See ya, buddy. Thank you for stopping by on the stream. I'll check out yours whenever you stream next, and then I'll tease the shit out of you, you punk ass bitch. I'm kidding. Hey, TBH. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Alright, so with the eyes are definitely going to have to be, like, very big. Now, I know it's going to look shitty right now, but trust me, it's going to look a hell of a lot better. Because we have to actually start to add the shapes. There we go. There we go. Now, all I'm doing right now is I'm slowly starting to work in the details right now. And then I have to keep, like, looking at it and kind of, like, judging by it and making sure that I'm adding it correctly, because this is going to be, like, the actual focal point of the snowman. So this needs to be a little bit smaller. In the words of a Wookiee. You know what? I can't do it. Nikki could never do a Wookiee sound, okay? Well, no, it's actually Nikki's interpretation of Frosty the Snowman. You know why? Because Nikki doesn't want to freaking, you know, do a good little Frosty the Snowman. No one likes a good Frosty the Snowman. We like evil Frosty. Okay? Okay? Okay. We want Frosty with a machine gun. There we go. Oh, okay, yes. This is basically going to be my kind of like impression of Frosty the Snowman, but I wanted to do it kind of evil. So if you guys ever looked at like Krampus and stuff, it's kind of like that. So this is like every kind of like, think of Santa Claus like the Russian interpretation of Krampus. Like there's myths that Krampus is basically Santa's bad side, his evil side. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to make Frosty, actually Frosty the Snowman, have a bad side. And instead of him actually, you know, playing with children and, you know, making laughter, he's literally fucking killing them. And eating them. Like, this is the type of snowman that gives no fucks. There we go. Perfect. Well, okay. Jamie's rating me. Well, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. It really means a lot to me. Huggities! Chocolate! Oh my god, okay. I'm getting these messages like on the live and I have to keep refreshing it. Oh my god, I hate that shit. Ugh! But hey guys, thank you, Jamie, for the raid. It's much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, buddy. He's gonna give me shit for saying buddy. But no, sorry. But thank you. Lots of kisses and huggies. Okay. So, yes, welcome Raiders. Hi. I wish I had coffee. Because you know what? If I had coffee, I wouldn't be this psychotic right now, okay? I'd just be all happy and go lucky. Yes. Make sure, if you guys haven't do so, make sure you check out Isolationist Network, Brother Dom, Angry Wookie, and we have Nick Stay Cool Frosty. We have a lot of people here in Game Slayer 9000. So check out each other. You know, leave a little bit of a like on one of their videos or previous videos, and definitely go check them out. You don't have to spam it in the chat of saying, I followed you, I followed you, I followed you. But you know, just like leave a little personal message and, you know, just give them a little bit of the watch time hours and just say, hey, you know, I am here. I want to check you out. So just do that. It's always good to support people, especially ones who actually deserve it. Just saying. But yeah, you're going to have laughs, especially when Wookie streams, Dom streams, Jamie streams. What the fuck? Is Wookie streaming? Because it always does like the freaking... Oh, see, I'm talking about you, Wookie, and it goes to your Crash Team Racing stream. Because I always have, like, people's streams up just to give them time if I can't spend time with them. And that scared the shit out of me. I was like, hey, what? Wookie's streaming? Yeah, Wookie is awesome. I like Wookie. Truth be told, yes, he's awesome. You'll like him, Nick. You can actually have laughs, and you know, Wookie is the type of person that will actually like fully communicate with the chat too, like I do. Like I'm very interactive with my chat, and he is too. Like he'll sit there and talk to you and talk to you and talk to you, and if he has to go, he'll sit there for 10 minutes and sit there and talk with you. Like yes, he is awesome, like freaking awesome. And we have Brother Dom that's very awesome as well. I know, I keep saying awesome, but he is. He's very interactive. He plays a lot of games. If you request a game too, he will definitely play it for you. He's very kind-hearted, very supportive too. Very fucking supportive. And he always has my backs. Always, 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 always. And Jamie, well, you already know that he's my crazy side. I'm more crazier than he is. But yeah. And then that's when he comes out of the shadow and he's like, no, you're fucking bloody ain't, you bloody fucking wanker. I am not awesome. You know what? I'm a coffee lover. We'll go with that. How about that? How about that? Is that better? We'll go with the crazy coffee nookie. Nookie? Oh my god. Nikki! See what I mean? Like today, Nikki can't talk. When Nikki doesn't get coffee, she does not know how to talk properly. I can tell you that for a fact. She's just like all like... She's slurring of her words. You know that? Yes. Alright. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of like very carefully creating the slots that are going to be with the teeth. Now the teeth are actually going to be, yeah, I'm thinking about pre-baked because I want to be able to stick them in. No pun intended. Yeah, Nikki is weird. Nikki is weird. Weird is the new awesome. How about that? Weird is new awesome. There we go. Alrighty. So now what I want to do is I want to very, very carefully start adding the details in the veins. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to very carefully kind of like slim this out just a bit. Eek, I got like clay all over me. So that's one thing that I like about clay is that you can tell you're an artist when clay gets all over the place. That's why I can never have long nails. Because the last time I did that, oh my god, my nails were ruined like not even a day. I can tell you that for a fact. Like I had black stuff all underneath there and white clay and people looked at my hands and then I had chipped nails. Yeah, we just can't. Nikki cannot. Nikki speaks from her own awesome language. Yes, I speak from my own awesome language. It's called the Nikki language. You'll learn it. You'll learn it. It's called the slurring of the words. And in this channel, we don't do math. How about that? Aww, Nick. See, this is why I love YouTube, because you get to build a connection with a lot of people, and Nick was one of them. Wookie, like Dom, Game Slayer, holy crap. Like, I made a lot of connections with a lot of people, and then I got to even meet Jamie, so he may be a hothead, but he's awesome. You know that. But it's just nice because, you know, you get to build that forever friendship, and that's what's awesome about it. Okay, he's looking like Zoidberg for a moment there. I definitely have to work on that because he's definitely looking like fucking Zoidberg. I like how of all things, Game Slayer, you say you love the fucking pencils. Fuck you! Fuck you! Get the hell out of here! I'm kidding. I'm kidding somewhat. I'm pissed off now. Yes, math is bad for the brain. Like, you look at math and then people just start talking numbers and Nikki just zones them out. It's like, la 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 la. La 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 la, hey, 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 I hate math. Literally. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm just flattening a little bit of the surface area, just a bit, not too much, and then I'm going to have to go back, and I just want to make sure that this is, like, shaped properly. Okay, yeah. It's getting there. Alright, awesome. Alright, so where is my blade? Ella takes one. Okay, you know what? Shut your face. Okay, just because I do art, and I may have a problem when people talk to me and I kind of like shut them out. Okay, when I do art, doesn't mean anything, okay? Let me try to do Zoidberg. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. I gotta, like, remember how Zoidberg was. I can't even do it. I have such dry mouth. I need water nearby. This cup of tea ain't working. Chew on you. See, I think it's maybe, like, if you do it, like, under pressure and there's, like, audience, you can't do impressions. I mean, it's probably true. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start working on the nostrils. There we go. Now I'm just going to push the clay up towards the nose. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of like indent a little bit more outwards. Bringing that nose. Kind of making it like horrifying, because that's what we want. Then I'm just going to very carefully, I'm going to roll a clay up in the ball, and I'm going to slice it in half, and then we're going to start working with that, because we want to create slots now. Slots for the eyes. Then we can start working on the texture and the details with this face. Like so. Now this just creates kind of like an area where I can work with, and then when I start to paint, I can start adding more details to it. There we go. It was a good try. Yeah, I can't do it right now. I can't. I don't know why. I sent it. I hope you like it. Okay, let me just check out this, because Game Slayer has been working on an image for so long, and I want to take a look at it. Okay, is it in the Crafty channel? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, let me check this out. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, let me just scroll down. Oh my god, Come Slayer. Now that's awesome. I love it. See? And how do you like the polychromos? Is it looking a lot better? Do you like it? Do you like the polychromos? I mean, the skin, you can definitely tell that, yeah, like, clearly you do love the skin, because now you can start doing the highlights and stuff like that now a lot more. I love it. Is that your Celisa or something that you were looking at beforehand? I'm not good with names. You're going to notice that about me. I can tell you that for a fact. I love the polychromes. There's a way to go now. From now on, yeah. But yeah, guys, just remember, if you guys want, you can join the Crafty channel and have fun. So there's a link to my channel. You can definitely go check it out. And you can post your links in there. You can definitely post your artwork. You can post some memes, some food porn, and talk with people that are here. Then you can add them, invite them, do whatever you want with them, you know, within reason. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Now I'm just going to dabble and start to add actually the slots. Now the only reason why I'm doing this is because eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start sculpting the teeth. Now the teeth are what's going to like cost me a lot, because I'm definitely going to have to take time with the teeth, and we're going to have to sculpt the gums on top of them and all that. So this won't be actually pre-bake. I'm going to have to actually do everything all at once. And then this is going to go actually in my oven because of how big it is. I totally found you as, wait, what? I totally found you as a meme. I sent it on Discord. Oh my god, I gotta see this. Okay. What's my meme? What's my meme? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Where's the meme? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, Love Daddy. Okay. That is me. That is me. That is definitely me. When I don't have coffee. Yeah, that is so me. Yep, that is definitely me. Right then and there. 100%. Right there. So Canadian. Hey. Not all Canadians like hockey, okay? Not all Canadians like hockey. I mean, I love hockey, but, you know, I don't watch it anymore, if that makes sense now. Because it's just like, Well, yeah, but technically a penalty box is like to calm the fuck down, too. Like, when you really think about it. I mean, that's just me when I don't have coffee. And I'm just like, ah! You know how I am? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just gradually going to push the clay up now, because I'm going to actually create texture. Now this is going to imitate like actual snow in ways, because keep in mind too is that the way that Frosty the Snowman is. So I'm just very carefully using my little ball tools, and I'm going to start to actually slowly push the clay upwards with this. Because eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding more details, but this is just basic details right now. And you're going to see what I mean by this. Alright, so we're going to take the snowman, and now we actually have to sculpt on top of it now. So you're going to see what I mean. So we're just going to combine them like so. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this. Now this is my, again, TLS baking bond. It's great. I love this stuff. And we're just going to create a bond with it, with the clay. There we go. And then now I'm going to sculpt on top of it. Very carefully, I'm just roughing out those harsh edges. But now you see kind of what I'm doing, hopefully. There we go. Again, I want this to be like pulling out of the clay, because it's pulling out of its body. So it's like not necessarily just like sitting there hovering. It's literally being pushed out of his body, like this skull. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of like resemble that. I don't like the ID Wayfared. Damn thing if I had money. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. So I'm watching videos on how to DIY be bed. And it's like get out 150. Jesus Christ. See, for me, I mean, I'll just be like, boom, 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 done. I'll somehow try to find a cheap alternative. But it's like, with Wayfair, I mean, it is expensive too. Try going to a Walmart or try looking on buy and sell sites because you know what? Usually buy and sell sites actually has that. And since it's the Christmas time season, believe it or not, people are needing, extra cash. And you could always find great deals that people are willing to, do. So, I mean, that's just, yeah. I mean, you could always check that out and see. I mean, it's always good too, and then you could probably talk to a person and see if you could, make a deal with them. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I like about like buy and sell sites is that like you can easily see like a lot of people, they sell their stuff. So you might get stuff that's like prices that you've never seen before, and you're just like, oh my god, I need this. I know. I'm just saying. Like, that'll be, like, that's one place that you should go, love. Exactly. So, you know what? You're already creative enough. Remember that, love. So, you could definitely just, like, create it. Make it yourself, probably. But you don't need a table saw. You can actually, believe it or not, you can go to Home Hardware, and they actually cut the pieces for you in certain ways. But if you like have so many people, like so many cuts, but if you're, it's just like a couple cuts, like maybe one or two cuts here and there, they will actually do it for you for free. Because that's what I did with the pegboard when I wanted to do my own keychain rack, which I'm going to be doing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have a table saw, so yeah, you're going to need to do it. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of like making the gum slots and the mouth. It's definitely going to take a while. So yeah, I get reels from my new skin. Alright, so what I'm doing is, again, I'm just going to very carefully show you guys. I wish I can show you guys like by leaning it forward so you guys can see. But yeah. So again, all I'm doing is I'm just creating that skull. So very carefully, I'm just going in with one of my dotting tools, and I'm kind of like making that texture, but also smoothing out the clay at the same time. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. There you go. I want to like listen to music, jam out listening to music, but it's like, damn it, Nikki, no, you're not allowed to. I'm like trying to grasp this and hold it, and I'm just like, I'm holding this. There we go. Like, I want to create something that's like horrifying. And then they say that people that actually are sculptors, they don't know, like, sculptors don't know how to actually draw, apparently. Which is true. I mean, I can draw from references, but, I mean, other than that, I just can't draw from my own mind, especially when it's my characters. I can, but that's about it. But I don't have the 3D anatomy. I could never get that right. But I've been practicing. Because, you know what? I want to somehow be able to prove everyone wrong that I can do it. I can. So the footboard I'm making. Oh, okay. Why are you pissed? Exactly. It's a lot cheaper, eh, love? You can't draw stick figures? Well, hey, love, you could, like I said. It's just, it takes practice. Like, believe it or not, I didn't know that I was actually a clay artist until I picked it up. But I had to practice, too. I mean, I sucked at my first pieces. But you know what? As time progressed, Like, a lot of people, I did used to watch videos and people would be like, do this way, do that way. And, it never really worked for me. Eventually, I just started to do it myself and just started to play around. So I'm like a self-taught artist. I work with myself. Like, when I do everything by myself. I like learning by myself. It's pretty much me. So I'm your glorified loner, which is awesome, I guess. Because I don't have a phone and everything is bothering me as usual. Oh. Hey. Like, when I took woodworking, like carpentry, it was awkward because, like, the only girl there at the time in my high school, and it was like, I just kept getting judged. And I didn't like it because it was like, what the hell? And then my teacher just, like, expected me to do, like, your typical woodwork houses, like little bird houses, like the simplest things. And I was like, nah, bitch. So, I guess, like, my teacher didn't really like me because I didn't follow the rules and shit like that, too. And we had to make our own little stoppers. So, like, push stoppers. And especially when you're working with a table saw, because a lot of people, like, their thumbs. A lot of people just push everything through. Where the stopper, you just push it through, and then after, until it reaches its limit, then you can actually use your hand to, glide it through eventually, like, just at the tip. And my teacher didn't like the fact that I liked working on big projects. So I was constantly at the table saw, and he did not like it. But at the same time, I'm not your typical person that's going to stick with clocks and birdhouses and shit like that. No. So I guess maybe that's why he didn't like it. And everything, like, when we had our tests, my teacher was like, all right, here, we're doing a test. And everyone's like, oh, like, the grunting, the groaning and stuff. And it's like, what? And then here, like, after each class, I would take a minute, right? And I would write down everything that I learned. Because his studies were literally word by mouth. All of it was. So, but people didn't kind of quite understand that. All right. So there we go. All right. So let's read this chat. Oh, I was good at coloring comic art. Well, hey, comic art is actually pretty awesome. I lack that skill. But Game Slayer, he does awesome, like, comic works, too, because he can, like, split it up and stuff. Like, he's amazing at it. So if you want, you can also learn a few tips and pointers through Game Slayer, too. That's okay. I'm more of a self-taught side, especially with Photoshop and such. Yeah, I didn't really care about birdhouses and stuff like that. Like, I'm just like, I don't give a fick. I want the real shit. That's how I was. Like, I was building benches, dressers. Oh my god. Now this is weird, but I actually designed, like, my own shelving unit too. And yes, yeah. And then I wanted to test myself when I was doing, like, lamps and origami cubes and, Rubik's cubes. There we go. That's how you say it. So that's what I was making. Like, just, like, typical weird shit. Like, that was me. My teacher just didn't like me. At all. And I could see why now. Because I would laugh at everything. Like, literally, in grade 8, your yearbook, and then everyone, like, would put a little message about you and everything else. My message was literally, Nicole, blah, 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 English, laughs at everything. So I'm just like, yep, that's so me. I laugh at everything. But I did get the art award, so I'm happy. Screw you, bitches. Yes, don't judge me. Well, see, I liked clay. Like, games, you didn't really touch upon air dry clay or ceramics. See, ceramic is different between, like, air dry clay and just clay in general. So when someone says, oh, you do ceramic, it's like, nah. Ceramic is a complete different art. Yeah, you are working with clay, but there's process of it's different because it has to go in one of those little kilns. That's the thing. Where with polymer clay, you oven bake it, but you do have your own oven. That's the different story when you need a kiln. But there are process like different stages. Like for example, when you're working with it, you have to let it dry. Like pottery, you have to let it dry. Where with polymer clay, once you're done your piece, you can just put it in the oven. And people don't understand that. And it just kind of like ticks me off because it's like, okay, before you say that you do this and this, make sure you know like what the difference is. Or they go, oh, yeah, you do ceramic things. Yeah, that's cool. And it's like, no, 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 no. So I have to teach them about it. And they're like, oh, so you bake in an oven. Wait, what? It's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, so now I get that. Like, ceramic work is tough. Like, it is. Because you literally have to sit there hours on end, hours and hours on end, forming and cleaning and, like, making sure every groove is perfect. And you have to make sure your hands are, like, constantly wet all the time. And you're smoothing out the edges, and you have to worry about fingerprints and all this shit. And once that's done, you have to set it dry. But there are things that you have to worry about. Like, for example, you have to worry about it cracking, the type of brand you use. Hey, sister, how are you doing? No, it's okay. It's okay. I know not a lot of people have been getting the notifications. I don't know why. It's YouTube, pretty much. But yeah, it's basically that. So you have to worry about the drying, it cracking, the type of brand that you're using, how much water you're using. You have to keep it moist, types of, like, weathering, everything. And then you have to put it in the kiln. And then the kiln does its work, but at the same time, you can crack your piece. Just like how with polymer clay, you can crack your piece in the oven. That's really the only thing that we worry about. And if you don't condition your clay properly, you get air bubbles. And the air bubbles are not really good. And then sometimes the clay can break if it's not, conditioned well. But with ceramics and pottery, that's more of a difficult side. That's like a higher standard level. So there are difference, like that's why I always love artists that work with ceramics. And I actually have a ceramics cup that I can show you that I am in love with because, just the craftsmanship on this stuff. Like, it's my favorite. Okay. Well, everything just went kapooey. All over the place. Yep. It's okay. It was only water that went everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I totally did not probably ruin my degree, but Oh, God. But hey, that's okay, because you know why? Shit happens. YOLO! Alright. So, this is what, like, the pottery that I got when I was in Banff. And it has the signature. But just even so, because you have to get the type of glass paint that goes with it, because this is actually hand painted. It ain't stapled on or it ain't papered on. It's actually painted. You have to worry about the glaze too. You can see? Like, pottery is very amazing. But at the same time too, it's like, it takes skills, practice. You gotta be very patient with your work. And that's what I love. Hey, Gimmicky! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Don't mind me, because, like, I have a messy ass area now because of what I did. Everything just went all over the place. So, Nikki, I promise I will clean up my area. Like, Nikki will clean up her area, and she'll make sure that it's nice and clean for you guys, so you don't have to go through this struggle. How does that sound? Let's see. Thank you, Gimmicky. I appreciate it. And Banff, like, with the views and everything. Yes, yes, yes. With the nature views. Yes, I love Banff. Banff is my favorite. And thank you. But yeah, Banff is actually like my favorite place because a lot of people there is Jasper and then there's Banff and where I'm from. So everyone loves freaking Jasper, but when I went to Jasper, I like going for the nature. And I'm also a photographer. And I also take photos here and there. Like, nature photos is my one thing that I love doing. You want me to make you a puppy? Well, I'll make you a puppy after. How does that sound? But right now, I'm going to be making Nick's kind of like Frosty the Snowman, Deadly Frosty the Snowman. But I will do a puppy. So just tell me what kind of puppy you want. How does that sound? Just send me a picture. Or I can do your dog Luna. How does that sound? But yeah, so basically, Banff has a lot of nature, and when I went to Jasper, it was nothing but money hungriness. Like, I mean, you had to pay for nature walks, for Christ's sakes. For Christ's sakes. You had to pay for nature stuff, and I was pissed off because I'm like, I went to go, like, I was in, I guess, a restricted area in the sense of because it was blocked off. And I was like, well, why? And they're like, well, because it's part of a park that you have to pay for if you want to walk near this area. I was like, wait, holla. You're telling me I have to pay to fucking exercise and walk near this nature? Yeah, that's fucking horseshit. I was like, yeah, that's the last time I'm ever going to fucking Jasper. And it wasn't just one place, it was multiple places. That's the thing. And it pissed me off. I did see some black bears and stuff, but other than that, like, it was crappy as hell. I was pissed. I like going to Banff because, okay, I'm the type of person that will do anything for a fucking photograph that I see, that I like. And I was on this cliff. So here, picture this cliff. And this is Nikki. I didn't know that I actually landed on an anthill. I was laying on an anthill with fire ants, taking photographs, and I didn't know until when I got home, I broke out immediately on hives. It took a day to come, but I broke out so bad. I didn't even feel the pinching or anything because I was just so memorized by the view. Like, it was a beautiful waterfall, and it just, the way it was, and oh my god, I fell in love with it. So I definitely want to go to Banff again. Like, that's my go-to place, is Banff. Like, you don't need to spend money just to freaking look at shit. Like, we go to Banff, we stay at a hotel, and we, like, usually go and look around and things, and, you know, we just have fun. I want to go actually camping, like, full-on camping where you get the tent and everything else. No RV, no nothing. I mean, a full-on camping. I love camping. God, no, it's like here in the smokes people, in the moonshine. I like moonshine. Are you ready to watch Home Alone on Christmas? The thing is, Pisces, I don't know about that, with the internet and all that. If I am, I'll be here, but I don't know yet. So I have to see, because with my internet might, you know, shut off. So if I do stay, like, if I am here by Christmas, like, fuck yeah. And expect me, you guys, since you guys are here, expect me to do an actual Christmas stream, to spend time with you guys. I don't care what it is. If you guys want to chat, you guys want to holla at me, yeah, it's going to be Christmas time with me. That's all I got to say. But first, I got to spend time with the family and all that stuff. So, yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. But if my internet's off, I'm sorry. Like, I love you, sis. So don't think nothing of it. But yeah, I'm definitely... Hey, gentlemen! Don't think nothing of it. I'm definitely spending time with you and Mike and all that. And we're going to have our time. We're going to watch Home Alone. We're going to sit back. And then I'm going to spend time with my YouTube fam. And then, like, my real fam and all that stuff. Yes. So, family, we're going to open up presents. I got my mom's stuff. So, actually, you guys are going to see me now. Thank God my mom does not watch my streams. But I got my mom some, you know, some great stuff, because I know that you guys, I was talking about this too, and I know Christmas is a time of giving and all that, and some people don't have that much money. But what I did was, since I have some clay and everything, I'm going to be making my mom her own homemade cup. And I actually got these little, no, I was telling Wookie that I went to the dollar store, and now these are very cheap. They were like $1 something. And I was like, oh my god. And I thought, like, we always do every year a Christmas ornament. So what I was going to do is Santa Claus and an elf. So this is basically ceramics, like plaster ceramic, from a mold and everything else. So I was going to sand it down, and I was actually going to paint it, and this is going to be their cute little ornaments. But what got me thinking about someone, the gingerbread man, is these guys. I mean, they are girls. There was no guys, but yeah, I don't mind that because you know what? I'm gonna make him look like a guy. I'm gonna add a little froyo, little hair. Yeah, but I like them. So these are gonna be great for painting and having some fun. So yeah, and besides, yeah. Physical, physical. Let's get physical. Okay. You know, we're putting these down. Okay. So, yeah, there's that. Hit that like button. Turn on the... Thank you. I appreciate it. You better, sis. Me and Babe have... I miss hanging out with you too, sis. You know that. You know that. And I know I have to spend time with you because, you know what? I need to really start hanging out with you again because I love you and I miss you. But I've just been super fucking busy and just other things too. You already know that. Exactly. Speaking of that, like I said, what I did was, and you guys probably, if you guys haven't already, I made my own Christmas cards. Now, in my family, we do a lot of Christmas cards, and we kind of like, well, they're not seeing anything right now, but I got some stuff. So I got my mom a box of chocolates, and I know it's not nothing, like, as much, like, all fancy-dancy, like, and everything else, but I got what I could in that sense, but I actually took the time to do her Christmas card. So here's one of her Christmas cards that I made. So this Christmas card was, again, one of my art streams, and then I did one, this one too. So here's another one. And these are Christmas cards that I personalized, a little message and everything else. So yeah, these are Christmas cards, homemade ones. I mean, yeah. But what I'm gonna do is I actually have a mug. Now in my family we like to have mugs, so I'm gonna actually sculpt a rooster because my mom likes roosters, and this is her favorite color, sage green. And then I like to put like a little chocolates and stuff like that here and there, like Ferrero Rocher, and just add a little bit of stuff here and there and a couple of necessities, and then wrap it up. So, oh, and she does a lot of cooking, so like I said, she likes roosters. So again, nothing really expensive, but just, yeah, she likes her tablecloths and she likes her hand towels of roosters because they're no touch roosters. So she's picky. But yeah, so I got a couple of those here and there in a bag. Some bath bombs that I got at the body shop for her. This was like a while back. They were on sale for $1. So gotta pay attention to those. And so yeah, so I was happy and stuff like that. So I got what I could in ways, but like Christmas is all about, like, you know, spending time with the family and all that. Not about gifts and all that. And besides, bills come first. And that is one thing I wanted to make sure that I had a roof over my head, pretty much. Because your girl does not want to be, you know, she loves to, yeah, she does love to cook. Just like how I love to cook, too. Yeah, like with my mom, she was shocked that I even know how to cook because, you know, when you're sitting there and she's like, oh, well, you know, Nikki, when you grow up, you're going to have to cook. And it's like, she didn't think that I liked cooking. Let's just say that. Until one day I just started cooking by myself. And she's like, wait, you made this? I was like, yeah. So that was the day where she realized that me just sitting there and thinking that, oh, she's not listening to me. Yeah, I actually was. So that's when she knew I could multitask. So that was pretty much it. Yeah, my mom does like fruits, roosters. Yeah, she loves cocks. I don't know. My mom used to love like her fruits and ivories and stuff. She had a huge thing for that. And then she branched off and then she liked her roosters. She hasn't collected cows, thank God. I mean, me, I collect pigs. So, yeah. Just everything piggies I want. I like piggies. Piggies are my favorite. So, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to go back to sculpting. Because I'm already, like, talking and showing stuff around the house. And I just like, yes! And I'm not even paying attention to the sculpture as much. Oh, God. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to look at this. Okay, so eventually I have to put this aside too because we got to start working on the teeth. Now, I have to decide on what I want the teeth to be. Like, do I want them to be spiky or do I want them to just be like normal, like just normal gaudy teeth? But I want it to be like very horrifying. So I want it to be like actually like blood on teeth. So I'm thinking about doing that. Like, again, I want this to be like really horrifying. Like, in ways, like this is like a Christmas that's like that people did not expect. Like when you go up to Frosty, I think maybe this guy right here, and I'm gonna maybe do a story on him. I think maybe like he's the type of snowman that when you see like kids, they have the imagination, like kind of like Santa Claus, you know, how he has a magical spell. So they see the snowman as like Frosty the Snowman, like a cute snowman, you know, that, oh my God, he's so cute. Like, you know, the adorable. And it's like, you know, with mermaids, you see her as like the sailors kind of thing, where you see a hot, sexy girl, but then when you're up close and then it's like a killer mermaid and then she just drowns you and kills you. Well, I was thinking about doing something like that, pretty much. So this would literally be like the actual snowman, and kids will be like, oh, Frosty the Snowman, he's so cute, and everything else. And then when he gets them up close, then that's when he murders them and kills them and eats them and devours their bodies and souls. Ah! What is up with me and killer stuff? I swear. I should like come up with my own like little stories and myths about something with my sculptures and just sit there and be like, yes. I should. There we go. I'm just going to very carefully start to peel back this just a bit, because I want to start adding a little more details to this, but not so much, because again, I have to still do the teeth. There you go. Alrighty. So now I'm going to start doing the teeth. So I'm going to take some Primo translucent clay, and basically what that is it dries translucent. So I'm just going to have to find some translucent clay. I'm hoping this is it. Because I'm like, do I even have any left? Ow! Gosh darn it. Ah! I'm blind. Blinded by the light. There's a moment in the night. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. So this is translucent clay. So I'm just going to condition this real fast. And what we're going to do is we're going to start working on the teeth. So this is going to take a little bit, because the clay definitely needs to be conditioned. But this is going to be the teeth. And the reason why I like going with Primo is because once it starts to cook, it literally looks like teeth. Like it has like this, not brown tinting, because it depends on what Primo you get, because there's two types of Primo translucent. There's the white translucent, and then there's just translucent. Where the white translucent gives it off like, it's not super, super white, but it is like a whitish yellow. So it actually resembles like teeth. So picture that. Like with the enamel and it being like translucent. So that's what I like about it. And then you actually have the translucent that actually like dries like, well, not dries, but bakes like a little bit yellowish, and it's tinted, and it looks kind of weird, but it's interesting. It is. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just very carefully like conditioning this. This is going to take a while, but I'm trying to warm up the clay right now because, yeah, it's been a while since I touched the clay. Touch. And we're just forming the clay right now. Alright, so now what I want to do is I just want to try to squeeze the clay together, because I know that it's not ready yet, especially when it's in the terms of conditioning. So I'm gonna keep on doing this because I have to like literally condition it and roll it. So don't mind me, you guys. I'm just gonna talk to you guys. Can So, how many of you guys have watched the new Star Wars movie? I know a lot of people have. I know a lot of people are saying it's actually good. What do you guys think? Do you think you'll probably watch it? Okay, I just want to see if this will fit. Alright, so we just need to make them a little bit... Okay, so I'm just going to go over here and make a couple. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to make 7 because, yes. Now these teeth are going to be a little bit creepier. The reason why for that is because I want them to be thicker because they're going to be actually like spikes. I don't want them to be like dinky teeth. I want them to be at the bottom. I want them to actually have spikes on their teeth. Like, yeah. Looking great. Well, you guys can't even see it. That's what I don't like. Like, I hate this position because, ow. Ow, that hurts. Because you guys can't really see it. So, I'm like trying to bring it up, but it's not like working. But this is what we have so far. Just move these out of the way because I don't want them to have, like, get squished. Because we need these. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, I have a sweater. I'm rocking a sweater today. Anyways, so something like this. Like, I want you guys to be able to see it, but you guys won't be able to because of the way that my camera is. So, careful, little girl. Hee hee hee. Well, I don't mind. It's not like anyone's, like, you know, gonna be like, oh, boo-boos. I see boobies. So, I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Except for you, Game Slayer. Knowing you, you'll probably point it out, you little bitch. Hey, Rich. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of like making the teeth in ways. Like I'm trying to flatten the teeth. And these are going to be cooking after. I hope you're doing well, Rich. There we go, like so. I'm doing all right. This piece is definitely going to take me a while. It's going to be a long-ass stream, to be honest. So, I'm going to enjoy it. You guys get to watch me have some fun, stream, work on this piece that's literally going to take me hours probably to complete. But hey, I don't mind. And then I'm going to go over it with some resin, so this way it's like really durable. Okay. So, there we go. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to take my teeth and I'm just kind of going to bake them, like pre-bake them, for at least about 5 minutes. I don't know where that went. Okay. So this is going to help me so I can actually sculpt on top of them. And I'm only going to do a couple right now because I'm going to still conflict on like if I want to do spiky teeth or not. And the spiky teeth I really want at the bottom because I want it to actually have like, you know, oomph, definition. So we're going to go with something like that. All right. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. You are so not a good boy. We know that, James. You may act like a good boy, but you could be a butthead. You could be a butthead. How about that? You butthead. There you go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this up. And very carefully, I'm just going to like... There we go. We're going to do random teeth. We're going to see if we like the spiky teeth. So I'm just going to roll them up in the little teardrop shapes. And then slowly, I'm just going to like kind of curve it just a bit. So these are going to be like my teeth. I just need to make sure that... Okay, so yeah, I really like those. Okay. Hi, Trevor! How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. There we go. I'm just making Nick a Frosty the Snowman. Me and Butthead, that's rich coming for you. Dumb, man. No, I'm awesome. You know how it is. You will never come for me. Never! I'm trying to like... There we go. There. Now you guys can somewhat see. I just hope it doesn't like pulsate because that's what happened last time. Oh, wow. Well, what I'm doing is, like I said, making the figurine for Frosty, hanging out, chilling out with the friends, and just relaxing. Yeah, I'll call you dum-dum, you bring me gum-gum. Well, you bring me donut. Dum-dum donuts! Get your donuts here for only dum-dums! Dum-dum-dum-dum! Oh god, that would be me. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dums! Dum-dum-donuts! Dum-dum-donuts! Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-nuts! I'm probably scaring people. They're probably like, shut the fuck up. Okay. I want head pets. Head pets you! Hey Shade, how are you doing? Yes, donuts. Donuts are lovely. The one thing that I've been like sculpting so much and the weather has been like really, really bad that it's like, ugh. And I get to finally kind of sit back and relax a little bit. I can picture you doing that all the time. Bullet dodge if you ask me. No, I would like visit. Like if I was in the UK, I'll be like visiting you. And I'll be like, dum dum, dum dum donuts. Where are you, games? Dum dum donuts. Donuts, donuts. My friend Games works at Dum Dum Donuts. Oh, I'm still. I'm good. I'm glad. Oh god, when you can go 0 to 100 real quick, you'll be like, oh shit, yeah you would. You'll be like, oh fuck that, shut up, Nicky. Like dum 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 nuts. Oh god, I feel bad for you now. Yes, you were a good boy. All right, so again, I'm just doing the teeth. There we go. I think this is good enough for some teeth. So I'm hoping, because if I have to make more, then I'll make more. But for right now, I'm just going to cook them because I can't really do much art. Sorry, I keep hitting you. Oh, God. All right. So now what we're going to... Oh, I got white stuff all over me. No pun intended. I promise. All right, so now what I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm just going to start to sculpt right on top of the head, making sure that everything's okay. And we're going to start to go into the full-on details with, you know, the sculpture and all that. Then we have to do Frosty the Snowman, which is going to take a little bit in the sense of his top part. So, yes, eats all the Boston cream donuts. Yeah, you can have the Boston cream donuts. I mean, I like Boston cream, but not so much ever since shit happened to me. Bastards. Oh, how do we get a freaking chubby-ass person to freaking stop liking our donuts? Easily. Don't put cream in the middle. It didn't happen just once or twice. It happened more times. Because we don't give a shit. Bastards. You fuck with my donuts, and now you're gonna fuck with my coffee. I mean, I don't really like sweets, but, I mean, hey, from time to time, I like having a nice damn donut. Okay? I do. But when they fuck with donuts, that's... Can someone make me laugh or smile? Well, I was hoping that I was making you laugh already. Damn. Damn, needy much. Damn. You know, Harrison, it's just a phone. I hope you know that, right? Besides, did you have fun on your trip? Yeah. You have a mini Google playing Aqua? Well, I never really owned a Google Mini or any type of Mini for that matter, so, yeah. I mean, I've been to the Apple store and it's like, since when do you have to freaking schedule an appointment to look at a fucking product? It's like, the fuck? The fuck? Yeah, no thanks. Like, that is just stupid. I'm sorry, but that is just stupid as hell. There we go. It's definitely going to take me a while just to kind of, like, shape everything, but you know what? It's worth it in the end. But it is definitely going to take me a while. Because I have to sit here and actually kind of like map everything out. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small piece of tin foil. Now, I like to create texture. So what I'm going to do is mash up the tin foil. And this is where kind of creativity comes in handy in ways because we can do the veins. Holy shit. Okay. So Apple is stuck a company with standards that are stupid. It's almost like they want... Yeah, exactly. Yes, to appeal to people that have more money. Exactly. I had fun, but really couldn't do what I wanted because of my freaking cousins being dumb and my stepsister acting like she's gotta be under me all the effing time. Well, to be honest, you know what? I would have just left and been like, fuck you, bitches, deuces! I mean... Don't let that ever happen again. Like, just literally have fun. I know it's hard for you, but, like, seriously. Like, they're not the boss of you. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm applying some actual texture to the piece. And what we're doing also is we're kind of, like, removing fingerprints, and we're actually doing some details. Yeah, professional grade my ass. Apple? Psh. Yeah, okay. That's why they need actually hire YouTubers to sell their products. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being a bitch now, right? There we go. Alright. So now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to start to go over the actual ground now. And this is what's going to take a little bit because we actually have to do this quite a few times. And what we're doing is we're creating this snowy kind of texture as we wait for the teeth to cook. Because we have to kind of like sculpt on top of the teeth. There we go. So this has got to be like a lot of texture because, and keep in mind too, we're going to do a lot of texture, then there's going to be moss, and there's going to be like everything around it. So this is what I actually have. Nikki, you are a sweetheart with the spunky attitude. Me? Spunky? Nah, I'm just a bitch. Alrighty. So now, with the snowman, I'm going to try to create the hat now. Now with the hats, because I know, like, I want the details to actually be in the good clay, and the miniature details be in the, like, this is good clay too, don't get me wrong, but it's just, like, it's a little bit softer, in my opinion. That's why. And, like, I like the softer details, or, like, the details in general, just to be like that. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to condition the actual beige clay, because we're going to create the hat. Now, Frosty the Snowman's hat is kind of like a short and stubby hat. We're actually going to give him, like, have you guys ever heard of Jack the Ripper? Well, we're going to do a Jack the Ripper hat, because you know why? Because, yeah, we're doing that. He's like a UK serial killer that I love so much. Oh my god. So, I was also there for you first craft stream. Yes, you were there for my first craft stream. Craft stream. Oh my god! Craft stream! Ah! Well, there are a lot of people that haven't, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to trim off, because I want the length size. Keep in mind, too, is we want to actually make this perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to indent a little bit of the bottom and kind of like shape it upwards. Because we want to keep that frame. We want to keep it tiny but also thick at the top. No dirty pun intended. Okay. Now I'm just going to play around with the hat too, because that's what we got to do. We got to play with the hat just a bit. Because we want this to be like the same size but also a little bit thicker. You know what I'm saying? We got to actually like build upon this. I mean, to get rid of evil. Wait, what? I swear, they need anyone to be a superhero. I'm Jack the Ripper, the superhero. You need to clean the kitchen? That's okay. That's okay, games. I know how you are when you do the kitchen. Go ahead. Have some fun. You're gonna need it. Yeah, he was very crafty. That's the one thing that I like about him. He is very crafty, and he made it well known. Like, just every detail. He paid attention to the littlest details, and that's what I liked about him. Like, not the fact that he was, like, a serial killer, but just the fact that he was very crafty and paid attention to the tiniest little details, the tiny settings. Like, that's what made me fall in love with him. So when we had a project, they're like, okay, well, we had a history project and stuff like that. And out of all people, I chose Jack the Ripper. Yeah, my teacher didn't like me. Bites mine. Why are you biting me, boy? What did I ever do to you, eh? Eh? Like, I'm trying to, like... It's kind of, like, difficult because I have to sit there and kind of, like, sculpt it. So I'm just like, ugh, I hate you so much. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a diamond kind of, like, hat. Well, not hat, but the bottom piece is going to be, like, a diamond shape. Because it's going to be, like, outwards. Like a slanted kind of, like, horizontal shape. So it's going to be like hexagonal, I guess. There you go. Then we're just going to drop this down just a bit, because now what I want to do is I want to ruffle up the edges just a bit and kind of pull this down. I'm going to take this and start doing some texturing. There we go. And I'm trying to push the clay a little bit outwards too with the texture, because then I can start using my blade to cut it off. Let's see. Looks at shade. Oops. I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to very carefully start trimming. Just trimming just a bit. The reason why for that is because I'm just trying to like measure it out and see what it looks like on the face before I give it the final go. Well, I'm trying to pay close attention to like a snowman, because like, okay, don't get me wrong, but like I want the snowman to be very evil, but like the hat, like, you know, it's all in the hat too. So that's why, like, I want little kids, like, when they go up to the snowman, because his backstory is going to be like this. Like, as he's walking through, like, the forest or anything else, the thing is, people see him as, like, actually, like, a nice guy, like, a nice snowman, until they get up close. So he has, like, this aroma to attract younger kids. And the kids think he's a magical being and all this stuff. But when you look closer, he literally destroys everything in his path. So you'll see moss attached to him. You'll see like a lot of things attached to him, because like he is literally the destroyer of everything. Like he doesn't care. Like where there's patches of like freaking snow or anything else, he'll walk through it. When there's like moss, he'll walk through it. Like he stalks his prey. He doesn't care. So he's going to be covered in moss. He's going to be covered in whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't care. I'm not sure. I'm going to let Frosty name him. Like, you know, Nick. I'm going to let Nick name him. Because, like, again, I'm doing this, but, like, I wanted to create the backstory of this. Because it kind of gives it that a little bit of creativity and also that little touch of magic that I like in my pieces. Because I don't like to create a sculpture and it does not have a back history. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like having a storyline to him. So, I don't know what I'm going to name him. But you know what? When you think of Frostbane, you make me think of Magnum Bane. Like, you know, from Shadowhunters. Let's be honest here. You were thinking it probably. There we go. Okay. So this is what's going to take forever. Is I think just like the sculpting of everything. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sculpt like the chest plate. Okay, I need to get decide on what I have for supper. I'm not sure what I want. Well, you can make me supper. How about that? Because I'm hungry. You know what? I want tacos. I always want tacos because I love tacos. I'm always in the mood for tacos. Like, I want Mexican food. I like Mexican food. Me, my Mexican food. Damn it. So I want his scarf to, like, kind of be, like, resembles, like, an actual chest plate. The reason why, like, kind of like a banner, so think of something like that. It's because, like, This snowman could have been made ages. You know what I mean? Oh, I always like soft. Just shut up. Just shut up. We're not going there. We're not going there. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. What do you have a legit question for me? Let's see. What's the question? Uh-huh. But I like soft dog bones. They're my favorite. With you, you always have to think a little bit like that because, you know. It depends. Like, what do you want? Like, okay, let me see. Let me look them up. Because I do have, like, just by judging on it, like, there's details. Because I have to actually, like, really look at it. And if you want full-blown details or anything else, like, it judges by time, how much clay I use, everything else, too. So, let me see. Because I could do it, like, less details, or I can go full-blown details, which, keep in mind, too, is depends on the type of clay. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, with her, she's gonna actually have a female, okay, yeah. So, I'm gonna actually have to use good clay for her. So what that means is that since she has very tiny, tiny details and all that stuff, the price could be anywhere up to like at least about 300 to 4. But keep in mind too is that this is the original. So you will be getting a better base and it's not going to be a resin made. Like it's going to be with epoxy. So I would actually have to get epoxy clay, which is going to cost me at least about $100 in materials itself. And then sculpting it and all that. And the armature. And with the basically the actual details of itself, I'm looking at using at least about almost a full thing to at least about half. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm just looking at it now because I actually have like, and then if you want her basically her gun and all that stuff too, the details, the painting, depending on like I won't be using any of my painting, like my paints. My paints are like. They are between good and like artist grade, but keep in mind too is that if you're working on a piece like this, you don't go cheap. That's the thing. And with this, I will actually have to buy professional paints, like I mean full-blown professional paints. Because this sculpture, yeah, you're definitely going to need something like that cuz the nice royal blue that it has, it's a rich color. And it's going to be, like, I would probably use my Winsor Newtons on this. But I don't have Winsor Newtons, so I'll have to get them. And then the grays, because the silver that I have, keep in mind it's going to take a lot of bronze, silvers, and all that. And then getting the plate, too. The armature, the screws for that, because I want this to be perfect if I were to ever make something like that. What? Jesus Christ. Well... Well, I can tell you for the fact that's like my internet bill right there. So, and that's half rent, so that doesn't bother me. But to be honest, like that is definitely something. Yeah, it'll be fun too. I mean, she definitely needs like a female bodice character. She doesn't have big boobs, but I mean that's something that I'd probably add is just a little bit bigger titties because I don't like small chested people. In ways, I like busty boobs. Like, big busty titties. Aw, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, you know you get to watch your sculpture in the making, too. So, I guess maybe that's why people like it as well. Because you get to sit there and it's like, yeah, I'm watching my sculpture getting made. So, when can you ever do that? And besides... Keep in mind too, so I'll take you the process of basically how people do it with sculptures. So when you're purchasing a sculpture of any figurine like on eBay or something, right? So what happens is that there are different types of artists. You have the sculptor, which is like me, that sculpts the piece. And they use monster clay. Monster clay is very, very expensive. But at the same time, too, is that you get to reuse it. And that's something that I don't like, because say if you want your sculpture to actually harden fully and keep it for a long time, you know, you won't be able to, because if it adds heat, it melts. So what happens is, what they do is they sculpt it using monster clay, and once it cools down and all that shit, it starts to get firmer. They use that monster clay, and then you have the person that creates a mold or a cast for it. Now that person will use 2-part epoxy resin, and what that is it's like a resin and a hardener, which is a 2-part, part A and part B. And what they do is they mix it together, and then they basically create a mold. And usually a finer detail piece like that would be a 2-part mold. And what happens is they pour that part A and part B into the mold, and then they let it cure. What happens is afterwards, when they're done, all the detail is done and all that stuff, then they take it on to the next person, which is your airbrushes. Usually sometimes they sand it down and stuff like that, but usually they don't at all. That's why you get those rumpy buff edges, and it doesn't look correct. And they use that so this way the airbrush painters can paint on it. So one will be in charge of color, the other one will be in charge of surroundings and stuff like that. So that's the thing. So what happens is they do that, then they pass it down, then the other one is in charge of quality control, looking at it, and then so on and so forth. But you don't actually get the piece of the artist, believe it or not. And many people are getting the same figurine, where Trevor, if you do that, you're getting the actual original. So keep in mind but they charge $300 for just that figurine alone, or if you go to other like cheaper areas, you can get it for like $100 and something or $200. Then you're paying for shipping and stuff. But that's just something that everyone will have. You'll have an only copy of that. So I'll let you know when I can order some stuff next year. I've always wanted something from you because you're... Well, I guess I'll start saving up for some epoxy then. Because I've always wanted to try epoxy, believe it or not. Always. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start to shape it. I actually kind of miss, like... There was this show that I used to watch called Princess, where it was like, oh, she's a princess, modern day princess. I don't know why I was thinking about that. And if, like, Gail ever met me, Gail would be like, why are you doing that? Why are you spending it all on art supplies? Well, because I'm an artist, Gail, damn it. That's no excuse. Yes, it is. Oh, gosh. I could just picture her bitching at me for that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, like, I don't want him to be like Santa Claus, but I want him to be like freaky. You know what I mean? No, it's just, we're just talking, so it's not like you're like flirting or anything else, so you don't have to mind that. So keep that in mind. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna see about the teeth. Because keep in mind, remember I said, I want his teeth to kind of like be scary. And I want to be able to sculpt his teeth on top of that. Okay. So I'm just going to take this. And I'm just going to take everything, like the little teeth here and there, the little niblets. Because see what I mean by it actually drying up and kind of like cooking like teeth. That's what I wanted. So we're going to take this and now we're going to start to work within this area. So I'm just going to add the teeth to the slots. First, I'm going to add my TLS. There you go. Very carefully. Might have to get my needle nose pliers for this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay, so I'm going to take my needle nose pliers. I'm just going to dip it, and then I can shove it right into the piece itself. There we go. Just go right up there. Moving on to the next one. So we're going to do this for like a little bit. It's just placing the teeth. There we go. Now you need to pitch a CGI movie. Yeah, killer zombie freaking film. Hell, make a you know what? I should actually make my own clay animation movie with Frosty the Snowman. I have that talent. I know animation, so why not? Oh yeah, because I'm that type of person. There we go. Now I just want to kind of like add the teeth in. So I want to like, I don't want it to be like too scary, but I know it's going to be scary for y'all kids. Kidding. Now I'm kind of like pushing the clay in between because I'm trying to like make it resemble gums. Like I said, we're going to have to like add the gums to here. Okay, so that's a little bit too big. I'm trying to like piece out some of the teeth that I actually made, because keep in mind too, not all of them are the same size. So I kind of have to sit there and play around with them and judge by size. And it's the one thing that I like with clay, is that you get to have fun with it. And since with this sculpture, I get to sit back and relax. Yeah, back. Yeah, no problem. Have some fun. Go ahead. I'm just probably like gonna sit here and enjoy like sculpting right now, to be honest. There we go. So I'm just gonna very carefully start to form the gums. There we go. Dang it, just trying to get a little bit of this piece right here. There we go. Now I'm just trying to add a little bit of details to the piece, since we did left out some details last time. There we go. Alrighty. So that is like, again, taking a hell of a long time to do this, but hey, in the end, it's worth it, because you know what? It's going to be awesome. I can tell you that for a fact. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very carefully start to kind of put a little more excess clay in here, just to make sure that everything is all snug, because I don't want it to kind of like not resemble gums in a way, but I want it to be like snuggly. Because it is a skull too, but again, like I said, this face, like this skull, is like kind of like from the snowman, so it's like forging right out of him. And fuses. Aw, who's a good boy? You're a good boy, aren't you? So I'm just gonna show you guys what I mean. So yeah, this is, oh, there we go. So like I said, I started to work on a little bit on the gums. And it doesn't look like anything right now, again, but it's going to start to. Because I have to take my time and actually start working on the bottom pieces, which is right here. You kind of have to push them more outwards. There we go. So how are you doing, Harrison? What's up with you? Wish I can like listen to music right now. I know I can, but it's just like I'm trying to get out of that habit where I'm listening to music getting in the rhythm, because sometimes I don't like to like well, I just don't remember where I'm at, so I'm just like, yeah. So I kind of like ignore everything. I'm just like listening and jamming out. But yes. So like I said, it's starting to come together. I mean, there's a lot of shaganikis that I have to do with this piece. And you're looking at a long ass art stream, I can tell you that for a fact. I'm doing doing You doing okay? Well, just know we always have your back. Just know that, brother. You know that. Yeah, I mean, it is taking a long time, keep in mind, too, because of just, like, everything. So, like I said, it's gonna be a bit, like, it's kind of like a pain in the butt at the same time. Because I have to sit there and I have to, like, literally sculpt and sculpt. But at the same time, too, as fast as I sculpt, I have to make sure that it just flows with the other half. Because that's just how I am. I like paying attention to details. And I like taking my time and just be very precise on what I want for this sculpture. And what I want for this sculpture is I want sort of like a killer, kind of like, yeah, a killer Frosty the Snowman. But at the same time, too, I want it to be like not too scary in ways. Like, I want it to just stand out and just be like oomph right there. So hopefully you guys don't mind sitting here watching me sculpt this and ramble on for like hours. There you go. Because in some places, like, it's missing some snow, so I wanted to make it, like, really, really, like, plumpy. Because keep in mind, this ain't a perfect snowman. This snowman right here is, like, yeah, you can see different, like, sections of his body, but also keep in mind that he is a snowman. He does have some bumps and ridges and all that stuff, too, because his body can, like, form out of everything and just is, like, just come out and just be like, I'm gonna scare you, bitch. See, that's the thing, like, people actually thought was, I was making, like, Jack Frost, like, because I was telling them about it. Like, oh, you're making Jack Frost? I'm like, nah, 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 nah. This is going to be done Nikki style. And what we're going to do is we're going to make an actual horror freaking thing. And they're like, oh, really? And I was like, oh, yeah. Like, this is not going to be your average figurine. This is literally going to be one of a kind freaking horror, scary freaking thing. Like, this is going to be horrifying. This is going to be like oomph right out there. The only thing is that the details are going to take a little bit because I have to sit here with the snowman because I have to do each and every little pebble because I want to do it where each of the snow has like pebbles in it and all that and just types of like snow. Like, I want it to be horrifying. I want it to be like every detail matters. And like when I start to actually add the kid, like the hands and the arms and all that stuff, I want it to be like where there's actually like snow piles and like there's texture around it. I don't want it to be like some just like itty gitty gaudy snowman that's like perfect details and like, you know, it's all smooth and there's hardly any bump textures and everything else. Because keep in mind too, this is a killer snowman. Like, he consumes his bodies, his victims. So whatever his victims has, like, you can best be damned that their shoes are like full of pebbles and dirt and just like blood and guts and moss and whatever it is, because they're having fun. They're like, you know, they're in the snow. They don't expect like a killer fucking snowman to be out there. So there's bound to be shit, or there's gonna be like, you know, mittens everywhere. There's gonna be like their little snow blades, whatever the case is. Like, this is a fucking snowman that's like gonna kill you. You're not gonna run away and just be like, oh my gosh, I'm like perfectly clean and the snowman's like perfectly round. No, it's the illusion. Keep in mind, it's an illusion that basically kids see this perfect snowman, but it's not perfect. It's like a love spell, so picture that. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it where it's kind of like a love spell, but in a way where it's like they look at it and it's like, what the hell? Like, this snowman is like, what the frick? Well, yeah, this snowman is not going to be perfect. Like, it's not your average, like, three-piece snowman that's so perfect and with round balls. Like, I know I'm not intending that to sound dirty or anything, but I'm just saying, like, it's not a three-tier perfectly round circles. It's literally, like, frickin' uneven. There we go. Then I have to push the clay, and then with the claws, keep in mind too, we still have to do the claws. We have like a lot of stuff to do. And then just when the texture is perfect, then that's when we sculpt like the claws and the blades and the guns and all that. So this is just a bare minimum. If you think this is a lot of details, wait till you actually see the full-on details, because we are going to do like the actual bullets itself. It's kind of like, I wish I had limbs. Oh, wait. Ah, damn it. Well, you know what? Actually, hold on. Where is the Barbie doll? Barbie doll. Speaking of that, let me see if I have that Barbie doll. Oh, I just got a really awesome idea. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Oh. The reason why I had these Barbie dolls is because, like, I had, like, a thing that I wanted to do with them. But if I don't find them, what I could do is this. Now, you guys are going to think that I'm being mean to this little armature, but I don't use it. But what we can do is we can actually break it off and use it in our pieces. So we can actually sculpt on top of this and use it as a hand. And it could be like an armatron, so you can actually move it, which I'm going to love. So this piece, you get to move around. Yep. Well, yeah. You're watching the master create something. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sculpt on top of it. Like I said, when Nikki puts her mind to things, she likes creating things. And she has to create like the boot and the hands and all that stuff. But I just had this really awesome, cool kind of like, I wanted to create something. So I'm just going to take this. And since I don't use these pieces at all, I mean, I could use them for, you know, fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his mittens because I want to get that hand. There you go. And you can actually move it around. That's what I like. So with this piece, if you don't like the way the hand is positioned, you can kind of position it like coming out or anything else. So you can actually move it. Well, yeah, that's what's going to be like into the sculpture. There's going to be like nails. Like you don't know what's going to be like in there. So this is literally going to be a piece that is created around the environment and also created around like, you know, what kids have. Because keep in mind too, no kid is very clean. Like this kid is going to be picking up like whatever. And I just want, like I said, there's going to be like moss, and I'm going to use what I have around me to create this sculpture, but also adding like a lot more creativity and definition and just creating that one masterpiece. You know what I mean? Walking in a winter wonderland. Exactly. And welcome back, Otaku. Okay, so now what I want to do is his hand, I want it to be like buried in there. And remember, I said that I wanted the clay, like, see, you can actually move it too, so he could be waving like, howdy ho. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to take some extra spare bits, and now I'm actually going to create, like, snow. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Oh, nice. You're at your dad's house right now? Are you just chilling with him, or what? Yeah, no problem, games. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I got so far, you guys. So you guys can actually, like, see the process so far. Alright, then we're going to actually do, like, the sweater. Now, with the sweater, I'm going to add a little bit of details with that because on the back of my little texturing tool, I have like a jaggedy edge, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roll over it. And we're going to create that sweater texture. So again, we're working with materials that we already have. Let's see, summons my bow and arrow. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Okay, now I just have to kind of like remove this part because, again, the sweater is going to be like sucked in. So I just have to make sure that I kind of like suck it in. There we go. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, Otaku. I appreciate it. Okay, now I just gotta like bring in that detail just a bit. Because keep in mind too is that I literally have to like freaking sculpt this piece little by little. Just kind of like make sure that the texture stays in one place too. Thank you, Jamie, by the way. Really, Jamie? Yeah, no. Stop it with that comment. I'm not gonna have that. No. Oh, damn. Really, love? Damn. So it's like not working at all? Oh my god. You're really gonna test, like... Oh my god. Jamie, all I gotta say is if you're gonna be like that, then stop. Okay? I don't want you to disrespect people here. Oh my god. Like I said, respect. The original Fat Boy in Yellow. Wait, what? Well, thanks, Trevor. I appreciate it. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, I'm just going to keep the chat positive. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to pause Mummy. Why are you pawing me? Nobody. No. No. My cat wants to say hi, but he ain't getting to say hi to all you foobars. Keep going, buddy. I'll spend time with you after, I promise. I'll cuddle you and love you to death. Wait, you are good. Oh, I am actually using a good at bow and arrow. I'm good at archery because, like, well, we went to Muskoka, and some people will know about this because, yeah, they know about Windsor and Canada, as some people would say. Basically, we went to Muskoka Woods, and it's like a kind of like area where you can build trust and all that stuff that grade 8 you go. And you have fun camping and all that shit. Well, little did we know they had an archery there and everyone's having fun. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up this bow and arrow. I was the only one that shot the target. Like, right. Not centered in the middle, but kind of close to it, if you know what I mean. And they're like, oh, so you do archery? And I was like, no, this is my first time ever picking up a bow. So they're like, okay. And I was like, well, okay, enough of that activity. Moving on. I didn't really care. They're just like, okay. It is peaceful. I'm going to be honest with you on that. It was peaceful. I had so much fun. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Well, don't be, because you know what? It's a great hobby. You might actually like it because it helps you to teach you. Okay, so you have your bow, and when I did it, I took a deep breath, relaxed, and it was kind of soothing too. And just that adrenaline rush of basically, you know, your anger being released. And you're taking a deep breath and you're focusing your, you know, you're breathing, you're focusing, you're clearing your mind of everything. So it is a good stress reliever. Same with like doing art or whatnot. I mean, some people go to the gun range to actually, you know, just to take their stress out on things. But at the same time, it's a lot of people think it's a bad thing, but no, sometimes it's a good thing too, because they're going to a gun range. They're taking their stress out on freaking weapons, but keep in mind too is that they're also doing it in the right way. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but yeah. It's the same thing like with driving, like people drive and stuff. They like the adrenaline rush. They love that. Yeah, you do need to relieve stress. That's why I said, like, for some people, like, when I'm stressed out, I like to do art. Like, I mean, full-blown art. I love it. Some people, they like to play video games. Other times, some people like to do whichever they like. Keep in mind, everyone is different. I mean, some people like to draw, some people like to read, some people like to, you know, like, it's hard to explain, but everyone is different in their own way. That's why, like, say if, for example, say if someone was an artist or something like that, and they found peace through sculpting or which not, and they don't do it anymore, I will encourage them to go back to it. But at the same time, it's if they want to. But at the same time, too, it's like, I think maybe there's also reasons why they don't go back to it. So it's up to you guys really on how you relieve your stress, but sometimes art can also relieve your stress too, or writing, Harrison, like I said. But in other words too, it's like you can't just do it a one bam thank you ma'am. Like you have to get in the habit of taking the time to take time for yourself to relax. And that's many things that we forget about. And to be honest, I need to start relaxing in that point of view. Like I need to just sit back and relax because sometimes we all forget about that. We're so much in a rush and easily things can just set us off. The smallest things. And that's unhealthy for both you and the relationship that you're in or a friendship, for Christ's sakes. Like you can take away that bond that you have just by being like angry. And I know sometimes they say, oh no, it's okay, I totally understand, you know, I'm always going to be there for you. But no, it gets to the point where if they continue to do it, that's when you know you have to kind of like take a step back and it's like, no, I'm really getting sick and tired of this. Like you're just now using me as like, you know, kind of like a body bag or like a punching bag. Where sometimes they need to relieve that stress in a natural, healthy way. And, you know, you could always take up boxing. Like I said, boxing, anything really. Even just going outside, for Christ's sakes, going for a walk. Sometimes that does help too. It clears the air. You know, you're getting exercise. You're looking at nature. Like, fishing for some people also. Like, everyone's different. You just need to find that one thing that makes you calm down. This is like gonna take me forever because I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay. Then I gotta start working on Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman. I'm hoping, I was like, oh my gosh. I was hoping that I actually had my extra beaded eyes, but I guess not. Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, everyone has their own way. So, I use art to escape from reality. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there is. And yoga can only do so much for you. Let's be honest here. Like, fuck. I tried yoga and I'm just like, hey, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yoga is nice. It is. But it does kind of stress me out because I have to sit there and I'm doing these types of freaking moves and I'm just like, nah, I know it's healthy and I know it's making me exercise, but it's like, oh god, my vagina. Oh god. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, exactly. You gotta figure out what works for you pretty much. And not everyone, like, say if someone's good at art, not everyone's gonna like find art as a stress reliever. So sometimes like playing video games, like I said, or like, you know, walking or doing something like that will help. But the point is that you need to try. That's the difference. Trying and doing are two different things, to be honest. There we go. See, I like my art streams because they could be calming and then I get to talk to you guys. And, you know, for some people that are dealing with certain things, it's also a breath of fresh air because you know that other people are with you on that. So it's not just you that are going through certain things. People went through it or people are going through it. So they can offer their advice. Wait, what? I'll bender just enough, dirty old man. Nrr. Thank you guys for being here. It really means a lot to me. Again, I'm going to keep saying that because it truly does mean a lot that you guys are here. And we're almost at that 30 mark and I'm just so thankful, you guys. I'm so thankful. You guys are amazing. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm working on Frosty the Snowman. So with Frosty, I'm kind of like doing like... I know it's kind of weird and it's going to be hard to explain, so think about flesh, okay? I have this kind of vision of Frosty the Snowman where he has kind of like flesh. Eek. But at the same time, too, he is like the snowman. But I want him to kind of like have a regeneration in ways, but it takes forever. So say if someone fights back and kind of kicks him in like the teeth or something like that, it will take him a while to kind of regenerate. So what I want to do is I want to create that illusion that he was kicked in the face from his last victim and he's kind of like regenerating. And the only way to regenerate again is for him to eat. Kind of creepy. Exactly. And that's the thing about me is that, like, a lot of people, that's why I love Pisces too, because we are very kind souls. And Jamie too. And people can easily just take advantage of us. And that's something that I don't like. And once is enough, but when you keep on repeating it, it's like, eventually, it's like, no. Like, that doesn't excuse you for your actions. Like, why are you continuously doing this? And that's why I love Pisces, because her and I get each other. Same with freaking, like, Jamie. Jamie, when I met him, he was great, and he still is. But I didn't like the fact that people were walking all over him. That's the one thing that I did not like. And he was getting taken advantage of. And I didn't want him to be taken advantage of because I cared about him so much. And it's the same thing with Game Slayer too. Like, I didn't want anyone to hurt people, and I get too attached to people. And that's what happens. When you get too attached to people, you really start to care, and you forget on how much you're hurting yourself deep down inside. Because you're too worried about caring for this person. And that's how I was. It's not all, it's just the same thing. Like, we are the type of people that when they're stressed out, we try to burden that stress. And we try to basically help them out, in other words. Like, we want to help you guys out. And that's the thing. Even if it costs us, like, a lot of things, we don't care. We just want to make you happy. We don't care about our health. Or we don't care about what state it puts us through. That's the thing. And that's the thing that we have to work on. But it's kind of hard because we're not those types of people. There we go. I want to, like I said, I want to create that flesh. Don't give me that, games. They're just like, I already know what you're thinking about, games. So don't even. Don't even. Yeah. And you know what? I don't mind that because I can release that anger through art, but it's when I can't. That's when is a different story. And I get too stressed out, and that's when it affects me, is when I can't actually physically kind of release that stress myself. Yeah, people can make you carry boulders, and it's stress because, like, you want to help them, but at the same time too, it's like you want to give them everything that just to make their life a little bit easier. Or it's like you want to be there for that person. But sometimes too, and I'm just going to say this for people out there, it's up to them if they choose to accept the help and also make that change too. Because you can offer your opinions, but it's up to them if they truly want to change and help. And that's something that I have to learn specifically, because I can't just, like, not take, like, I'm the type of person that gives great advice, but I don't really take that into consideration. But I'm the type of person that needs to just, you can only do so much for a person. And if that person does not want to accept that help or just wanting to change, you can't always be there for that person. You can't stress yourself even more. And as much as I hate to say that, but it's true. That's why I think everyone needs to take a step back and realize that, there's a difference between friendships, difference between people that are there for your support, and then there are people that are always there for you when you are at your downest point. And sometimes, again, only the real people stand by you, and just realize that. And it's kind of hard because there's a difference between you're at your lowest point, and then there's the difference between manipulation, then there's the difference between that person, like, whenever you're at your lowest point and you kind of like well, I'm not going into names, but when you sit there and you point out the fact of what they're doing wrong, and when they want to sit there and kind of give the excuse for the reason why they're acting like that, then you need to bugger off of them. And I was blinded by that. And I almost lost a great friendship because of that. And it sucked. My relationship was like failing with that person in that sense. And I just needed to seriously take a step back and realize that, you know what, that person, I don't want to deal with your drama. So fuck you. I know what type of person you are now. Because you start to feel bad when it's like, hey, wasn't this like trying to seek help for me? Like, I need your comfort. Like, why are you being like this? Like, what the fuck? And that's what happens. We all worry about other people's bullshit when we don't worry about ourselves. And it never gets healed. We're sitting there and we're just like, all right. And we think that we solved our own problems, but we don't. We make people happy. That's the thing. We make people happy and we forget to make ourselves happy. So, all I'm saying is, find out what makes you guys happy. Plain and simple. Hey, Rage! How are you doing, buddy? Now I get to actually talk to you. I hope all is well. Oh my gosh, that 30 likes, though. You guys are amazing! Ow! Why are you throwing a book at a tree? You're supposed to love trees. Why? Trees are friends. There we go. How dare you? How dare you throw something at a mother trucking stream on my fucking... I'm good. Alright. So, I'm just like... I know I'm going to show you guys in a second on what the piece looks like. Don't worry. But I'm like really concentrating on this right now. Because again, like I said, Frosty the Snowman is going to be freaking bloody. So this is what I have so far. Again, it's not finished. But you do have the skulls. You do have his face that's now starting to get sculpted. And now I'm starting to do like the minor details of here and there. And then the teeth and so on and so forth. So it's definitely going to take a little bits. But we're working on it. So I'm just going to... That way. There we go. I'm doing alright. Okay, well, now that I get to talk to you about that situation, you know what? Just forget about that bitch. I know that, you know, you need to kind of push away from that shit. And you know what? If she keeps calling, there is something called harassment. And I think you should indeed threaten that if that's the case, if she's going to continue to be like that. Because that shit is fucking ridiculous. I'm not going to go into full details about it, but I honestly think that she needs to calm her fucking tits. Because that is ridiculous when you're sitting there and, you know, you're making your life freaking better and she's just like can't get off her fucking ass and do something. There are other people that basically need help, but you don't see me fucking complaining or anything else. You see boobs. Sorry. You saw nothing. But, yeah. Shut your face. You know what? Shut your face. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's what it looks like right now. Like I said, it's getting there. We're going to the back. Oh, God. But, honestly, seriously, Rage, you need to get rid of anyone that associates with that person. And I know it's hard to say that, but that's just fucking ridiculous. You seriously got to get out of that. And you're only making it worse by basically texting that person and staying with that person. Like, you need to just, like, fucking gone. Finito. There's a fucking remove button for a reason. Unless if, you know... Well, see, that's the thing. Is that, one, okay, why, like, why would you be like that? It's not like you're married to her, you know? No, 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 no. See, that's the thing you need to understand. You need to take a step and fucking say it. Like, you need to tell her, hey, it's done. It's fucking done. You're the one that's pushing it on hold now. Like, you seriously need to call it off if that's the case. Because if someone's asking for that kind of amount and you're not married to them, or there's, like, a situation, like a dying situation where you're seriously needing that extra coinage, then, yeah, that's a different story. Ah! Sorry. Oh, my God. Damn it. I'm, like, trying to get this lighting all down packed because there. Okay, can you guys, like, see the lighting now? Is it a little bit better? Because I can actually see the piece now. Yeah, no, that screen. All I'm saying is, you know, Rage, you're gonna have to fucking grow up, man some titties, and fucking tell her it's over. I am sick and tired of your shit, and you're asking me for fucking money. Like, hell fucking no. Like, you can even ask Jamie. I don't even ask him for that. Like, I don't fucking ask. And I would never ask because that's his. There's a difference between asking and receiving. But at the same time, when you're sitting there and you're just like saying, you know, oh, if you guys want me to do this and this, then you guys are going to have to do this. Like, that's a difference. But when you're sitting there asking, like, for literally fucking, give me $500 because I said so. That's like, what the fuck? No, you need to tell her, like, okay, I hate to say this, but you need to step your grounds and you basically need to act like a man and say, you know what? Why the fuck should I give you $500? Because you need it for this and this? No. If you need it, get going. Like, get a job, pretty much. But she has one. So, you know, tell her that she needs to obviously start saving up and stop spending it on whatever she is. Hi, brother! How are you doing? Yes, this is what it looks like so far. You can move the arm. You can have some fun. So, yeah, you can actually move the arm. So when it's done cooking, you can actually move the arm if you like. Great, hey? I know. But I wanted to create, like, some types of mobility to this piece. Well, it's gonna look a little bit scarier once I'm done with it, but yeah. Like, I wanted you, like, why am I saying this as, like, oh, you know, okay. Well, I wanted to be able to basically, like, move the hand around where if I wanted to reposition it, I could. That's the thing. Like, I could position it up above, or he's like, take my hand. You know what I mean? I want to be able to actually have a multi-purpose for this hand. And then I'm going to have his feet in there, and his feet are like, help me, help me. You know what I mean? Well, that's what I mean. Like, you need to tell her straight right up and say, you know, listen, I'm not going to be your fucking ATM. I'm not going to be your bank account. That's it. It's done. I'm not giving you any money. That's, like, that. If I had a man that literally was like, hey, give me fucking, well, I did actually, and I tossed his ass. But what I mean is, like, if a man said to me, give me money, give me $500, I would be like, what for? And if he says, like, I need it for rent and everything else, yeah. But if it's for something stupid, yeah, that is just... There's a difference between receiving a donation or anything else, because you're actually working for it. But, like, the fact is that she's not doing anything unless if you guys exchange nudes, so that's why she feels entitled to it. I hate to blurt that out there, but, you know, I'm just saying. that's why you should never do that kind of shit in the first place, because then people will feel entitled for that. But in all honesty, I think that you need to man up and just tell her off and just say, yeah, you're done. And you need to start focusing on yourself and just not be so in a hurry to jump into a relationship, if that makes sense. I mean, it takes one to know one. But you know what I mean. Gosh, I'm great with advice, but I need to take my own advice. But sometimes you meet that someone where it's like meant to be. So, yeah. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to look over it, see if I have to add any more details. I want to, like, add spikes. I want to add, like, the remainder of teeth, like, to its, like, area. Because I like it. But I think I might actually add it to his back. Because I really, really love these, like, spikes. So, I think I'm going to probably, like, create, like, spikes and everything else to them because I'm loving this. Yes, I'm just like, I want to create, like, he's going to have a little bit of spikes in the back, but then he's going to have, like, larger spikes. Because I want to do it where he runs away and, like, he shoots out spikes from his back. And it's like torpedoes, if you know what I mean. I want to do that. Yes. Oh my gosh, why am I like that? Don't judge me. Frosty the Spike Man, he shoots his load all over you. You smile and say goodbye, and he says come back one day. You like my load all over you. You comes there and goes everywhere, and that's how I come to life. Hey! Okay, I'm just gonna shut up. Oh, God. I could just picture people like, what the fuck are you on, Nikki? This is what you get when Nikki doesn't have coffee. Yeah, you think you're weird, Rage? I don't think so! Welcome back. Welcome back, Games. You came at an awesome time. I think I'm going to be scaring people. Yes, I bake it when it's done. And so basically, Frosty, I'm going to take you into what I'm going to be doing with this figurine. So once it's done, I'm going to be adding a couple of types of clay to this to make sure that it's durable and strong. So after when I'm done baking it, I'm going to glaze it because I have to actually use a sealer. But then I'm going to use UV resin. And UV resin is going to make it durable just in case if I want to ship it, hint, hint, and give it to you, pretty much. That's what's going to happen. And I need to make sure that it is sturdy, and especially in certain climates as well. Yo-ho, the Christmas moon, the Christmas dun-dun-dun. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Like I said, Nick, hopefully you stay up because this is literally going to take a hell of a long time to make. Like, you're looking at a long-ass art stream. So sit back and relax. Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking, it's my coffee, let's do it. Shut up and jump on it. Well, shut up and brew it, but you know what I mean. But I'm going to go shopping today. Got my check from 2 weeks. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. Why don't you take the time to actually sit back and relax, Rage, and like literally have a coffee if you like coffee, or just like treat yourself too. Just remember that. You should always treat yourself. Shut up. You know me, games. You know me way too well. I'm just like piecing this right now. I'm just like, okay. So, because we want the hat to kind of like be, again, like I said, it's not going to be the perfect hat because I want it to have style. I want it to not be your average hat. I want it to resemble kind of like Jack the Ripper. I want his hat to be like pointy, but in a way not too pointy. You know what I'm saying? It's also going to be beaded up too, because his hat, it's going to be like tilted down, so all you see is just the one eye, but not the both eyes. Now I just have to make a little bit of the hat on top. Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird because I want to create that effect. Like that rustic kind of effect too, because it's going to be like painted bronze. Like, well, it's going to be like basically a bronze is black. So, it feels strange for you? What feels strange for you? Just sit here and like do this and making sure that it's perfect. Oh god. Are you talking about the Fiber Castiels or what? There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to take this clay right here. We're going to start to build on it. Alright, now I'm just going to refresh. Ugh. I hate the fact that, like, the chat is, like, mucking up for me because, ugh. Like, it stays frozen, and then, like, it scatters, like, stuff that I already read, and I don't like that. Okay, so, feels strange to me. Okay, so I already read that. Now it's, okay, so phone died quickly. Okay. Well, yeah, I had to switch it and everything else, so I'm just going to actually put on some music, some jamming music, or I just might actually put on some music. But I have to turn it down because I remember last time when I had the music up, you guys could hear it. So we are going to attempt to kind of like, yeah, turn that down. Let's see. I like listening to oldie stuff. There we go. We're good. Yeah, I'm gonna jam to that beat. I was gonna listen to some horror. Oh my gosh, that'd be so awesome if they made like horror music. Oh my god, it's Christmas music. Oh, I need to check that shit if they do. Why the fuck am I like this? Why do I like horror so much? Damn it. Moo, mother trucker. Listen to the time. I know I will. I'm listening to the frickin' song from, if you guys have ever heard of this movie called Julia Roberts, or Pretty Woman, I love this song. I'm just gonna like lower this down just a bit. Ah! Oh, yeah. All right. So I'm just going to definitely, okay, where is the wooden dowel? Okay. So with this wooden dowel, I'm just going to make sure that I create that strength. We could do wire, but I like the wooden dowels. The reason why for that is because they're more sturdier in ways. And with an armature, you have to like go into full-on details and like wrap it around and all that. Yes. Well, not that one, but like wishful thinking. That's why I'm listening to that. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it around the head, like so. There we go. I want it to be like very horrifying. Growls? Why are you growling at me? Alright. There we go. Oh, that song, whoops, my mistake. Oh, no, jumpy. I just think, like, that one song, like, it's basically like when the music starts to play. That's pretty much how it is. So I'm just trying to make sure, like, this is, like, perfect in ways. Because it's gonna, like, I'm just seeing if I like how sharp the cone is. Because I don't want it to be, like, perfect. That's the thing. So we'll leave that for right now. And we're gonna see if we like that. You better walk away. Wait, what? Why are you gonna walk away? What? You don't like it? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this. Gives mommy a sassy look. At your feet, me to the bone. And I won't miss the way that you kiss me. Okay, so I'm just like kind of making the small details within the hat, like the little ruffles at home. Well, welcome back, Atako. I appreciate you being here. Tell myself I'm over you. I'm king of wishful thinking. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just, like I said, I'm making the ruffles a little bit here and there. But I'm also, like, trying to add that definition to basically the hat. Mommy! Nikki! Mommy! Nikki! Yes, Harrison, what's up? What's up, Harrison? All right. Now I just gotta smooth this part out now. Get over you. I know I will. Again. I tell myself I'm over you. I'm the king. Wishful thinking. Hello, Rich. Okay. Turn your mic up a bit, please. Want me to turn my mic up? Okay. All right.